Nice.
We are live on YouTube and TikTok in the year of our Miki 2025, August 22nd.
Year of our Miki. I love it.
And welcome. I see Fika Riggs.
Fika Riggs, hey.
First one to join. Christina's grandma's here.
Grandma, hi. It's been a while. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't noticed you coming in, but I'm glad that you're back.
Kiran, is that how you say it? Hello, welcome. Hello, Fika Riggs. Kiran. Lau Izana
Lee.
Your follower, Toko Camila joined from posts. Joey Boy Lee. Okay, so today we're kind of doing what we've been doing most of the week, which is just kind of covering whatever tends to happen. Last time on Anime Academy, we did some tutorials. We covered these things right here. So if you want to check out our last live video on YouTube, the VOD, we covered all the things with the check mark by them. All this kind of stuff. I actually did, for one of the first times in all of history, a live stream on, or a demo on live from scratch that I actually kind of detailed a little bit more than usual. So that was a treat. And today, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, who knows?
So how is everybody doing as I go and ping the Discord server? Don't forget, by the way, everybody, coming up on August 30th, there's going to be a 10-hour long live stream, and there's going to be a stream long challenge. August 30th. And there are going to be prizes. It's free to enter.
Yeah.
But you do have to be there on stream.
Yes.
So if you can't be there on stream, you can't join.
Nope.
But it's going to be totally free to join. Let's see.
Just beginning my drawing journey. My friend recommended me y'all to begin learning. Awesome.
Oh,
Kay.
awesome. Who's this? Kay's
Cozy Studio. How cute.
Appreciate it. Tell your friend we said thank you and welcome aboard. Are you guys wearing the same clothes?
Does it look like we're wearing the same clothes?
I don't think so. Oh yeah, I'm powering through with what's this guy's name? Pomperin?
Pomperin.
And some
mysterious chalky milk.
Mystery chalky milk. It's Alani.
Maybe deja vu.
We've probably worn these before.
Oh, do you mean like, I thought we were like wearing the same outfit together, but if you mean
in
like,
a previous stream?
Oh, in a previous stream?
I'm sure we've worn
sure.
this.
I've worn this dress a long time.
It's one of my favorite shirts, my pink shirt.
This is one of my favorite dresses. So I wear this quite often, so yeah.
Lindsay, hello.
Hi.
Scribble Mouse Studios, Stardust, Mysol, Eich. So anyways, what do y'all want to learn today?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some drawing stuff.
And I feel like a lot of people would probably request hands.
Yes.
Because we haven't done hands in a long time. So maybe I'll just...
What do y'all want to learn? What?
I wonder if I should just put hands on the list because I know someone's going to ask about it.
I will resist.
I will resist. Until...
Are we doing comic books? No, we are doing art
tutorials. I would love to do a comic.
I've seen a couple comic artists on stream, on TikTok. Pretty good. There's like a proper Japanese manga artist that goes live. And then there's some other guy, I don't know who he is, but he's really stinking good. I've seen his stream a couple times as Brain Rot.
Hands and folds if possible.
Clothing.
Hand poses.
Let's kick things off
with clothing folds
by trying to brainwash people who join into asking about clothing because they see it on screen.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about clothing for a little while.
Yeah.
Hello, Abigail. Izana Smiley Face says, I like what you're doing right now.
Thank you.
Teachers, I started the anime art school today. Awesome.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Fun. Yay. I hope you like it. Shading.
What about shading exactly? Action poses in perspective?
Action poses in perspective.
That's
a big rabbit hole that we might, I don't know if we want to go into that today.
That is a big rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
It is very difficult to teach.
But we could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
like,
do some.
What about like just like action poses?
We'll do action poses. It's like action poses is one thing that's difficult. Then you add perspective. You're like, oh, okay. That's quite. All right, we'll do that. Clothing's good. All right, so maybe we'll just start off with a bang with clothes. I want to teach clothes, honestly, a different way. I'm kind of tired of the way I usually teach it, but it's also a really solid way to teach it anyway, so I might as well do it. So clothes has purpose. Clothes has physics, so pay attention to your physics class. They have gesture. And sometimes, well, actually, yeah, it's physics and gesture. That is basically what clothes is all about. If you can understand the purpose of each fold, or not each fold, or each fold kind of group, you'll be able to draw clothes a lot easier. So, for instance, twisting, like physics example, is on the physics side, there's tension and compression.
How do you do consistent characters and make sure they all look the same? We could do that.
Drawing the same
Teacher,
characters?
is poses hard? Like, kind of. I mean, there's like drawing poses, and then there's doing poses in like extreme perspective and foreshortening, like people really like. And it's kind of like a multi-layered thing. It's like multiple hard things stacked on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But we could talk a little bit about that.
What is it? Action poses and stuff? I mean, we're going to probably talk about that while we cover this topic. So, yeah. So, physics for clothing has to do with tension and compression. I mean, you can't really have folds without these two. It's kind of like force, right? I don't know. Like Newton's law of physics or something. So tension happens when something's actively pulling on cloth, like whether if it's gravity, like for instance, if you have a ball and you have cloth that's draped over it, the tension from the ball and the gravity creates tension folds. So a lot of it, you'll see a lot of straight lines like this. You'll see a lot of folds when someone is grabbing.
I love your Pomperin cup. I was gonna read what they wrote, but then I'm just like, it's Pomperin. We got it at Miniso, but we haven't been able to find it again forever.
Yeah, unfortunately. So there's also tension where you're grabbing a piece of cloth and it creates like these triangular folds, right? So there's a purpose in each of these folds.
I'm trying to figure out the best place to sell my art. What kind of art do you do?
Yeah.
Digital? I see there's the word digital in your name. Your videos helped out a lot.
Thank you, Jessica.
Do you guys know anything about Blender? Yeah, I use Blender. We sculpted our heads in Blender.
Yeah, hi flying cats. Consistent to say arms and eyes.
I haven't really used Blender very much for a while, but I did use it professionally doing concept art and did a lot of blockouts. ZBrush was what I sculpted in for a while, but Blender's, sculpting is sculpting, so it wasn't too hard to figure out the basics. Digital art. So, how do you want to sell it? Do you want to make artwork that you make and then you sell prints of it? So you basically draw whatever you want and then people buy the prints? Or do you want to do commissions where people contact you to have an artwork created that does not exist yet? If you could give more details on how exactly you want to sell art, that would help, because they kind of have different approaches. Similar. I mean, it would all be under marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show how you make the eyes look exact same? How about like symmetry?
Symmetry,
What's
yeah.
difference on the bottom of the folds with versus without tension? I'm not sure what you mean exactly.
I don't know what you mean exactly. So there's eye symmetry. We're going to talk about how to draw. I mean, there's a question that I thought was interesting where it's like, how do you draw consistently with like arm sizes and eyes when it comes to animating? And I don't do animation, but when you're drawing, a lot of it is trying to keep consistency with scale and stuff. So we can talk about that a bit.
We could talk into like scale in foreshortening, or like scale maybe. Mm-hmm. You want to write that down?
Oh yeah, sorry. What was that? Scale, foreshortening. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, foreshortening and scale.
Foreshortening and scale.
Maybe like, and then you can put in parentheses like limb sizes or something.
Okay.
Just to kind of give us a reminder of what it was about.
Yeah, we'll do that. I need to write the Z better.
Human proportions. We could talk some about that. That's pretty fun. It's always enjoyable to do that. Been messing with it for an hour. So confusing. Oh, Blender? Yeah, you're going to be messing with it for a lot longer than an hour. Have you ever polymodeled before, Lindsay, or are you new to polymodeling? There's basically voxel, CAD, and polymodeling, and Blender is polymodeling. So you're dealing with vertices, polygons, subdivision levels, that kind of stuff. What art program is this? This is
Procreate.
Oh, and you can put eyes on there as well.
Oh yes, okay. We got a lot of.
Although we do cover symmetry of eyes almost every single stream.
Yeah, we do.
So we'll probably cover that really quick. Like prints, head angles. We actually have a couple of recent streams that cover head angles, this kind of stuff. So I think actually those streams have their own special thumbnails on YouTube if you want to go check those out. There's two different parts to the head angles live streams. One was 7 days ago, head angles part 2, and one was 9 days ago, head angles part 1. And then we had one about a month ago called How to Draw Heads at Any Angle. And then there was one also a month ago, Drawing Heads at Any Angle. So we got
a lot of those.
1, 2, 3, 4 live streams that were almost exclusively about that if you want to go check that out.
Like prints? Digital art, like prints? That I'm not very familiar with.
I mean, Blender is a polymodeling software, so anybody that teaches polymodeling, I'm a really big fan of a guy named Darren Lyle. He has a ton of Blender classes, and you can sign up for his YouTube channel membership for like $5. You can unlock every single one of his Blender classes. Every single time I had a mentorship student who wanted to get into 3D, I just told them to go through one of his classes from start to finish. And by the time they were done with it, they could use Blender proficiently. It's just going through the motions, learning the hotkeys, understanding polymodeling, understanding topology. It's pretty standard stuff. Any program, 3ds Max, Maya, Blender, any polymodeling software is fundamentally works the same. You know, who to learn Blender? Darren Lyle. I don't know how to spell
great.
His name exactly. Like DARRINLILE. He has a YouTube channel, 132,000 followers. The reason I like him is because he makes content for absolute beginners and goes step by step, like very slowly and methodically.
I'll write it down. Blender.
And he uses just like vanilla Blender without add-ons.
I like that.
So he's not. I wouldn't say he's the best at modeling, that's for sure. But I think he's fantastic for beginners.
The brush. Oops.
You can learn stuff from what's his name? What's that guy's name?
Speaker?
Ian
Oh no.
Hubert. Like, there's a lot of good Blender teachers out there.
People are asking about the brush, so this is where you can get it. You can go onto our website, and it's a green button, or you can go into our Discord server and press !brush.
Yes.
Type
by
it in.
press.
No, I mean type it in.
Type.
Yeah, sorry. Oops. Type.
But yeah, I like Darren Lyle's stuff a lot. He's super nice.
I know, he's so wholesome.
Yeah, he's very, very wholesome, very family friendly. Just gets straight to the point. He has a ton of classes on modeling all kinds of things and animating and modeling Lego people, animating and modeling vehicles, retopologizing characters, texturing. When I was first learning Blender, I took a couple of his classes. UV, unwrapping and mapping and everything. Any tips for getting used to different program? Start with the basics.
Yeah, start with the very basic stuff, like basic tools.
Basic tools, brush, eraser, layers, clipping masks, and then you can slowly expand. How do you guys manage not to get bored of this? Sometimes we do get bored of the same questions all the time.
Oh yeah.
So we try to mix it up, but
Yeah.
art is so complicated and what's the word, multifaceted?
It is.
We literally never run out of stuff to do. We run events. We're running a 10-hour long live stream with a giveaway and a character design challenge on August 30th. We keep it fresh. We try different stuff.
we try to teach things differently as well.
Yeah.
Like maybe not kind of go by script.
You know, how long will the live be today? A couple hours probably.
Probably a couple hours,
It's the
yeah.
usual live stream Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be a hint for the prompt? No, we'll probably come up with it live on stream.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about
I haven't
the
thought
prompt
about
yet.
that either. It makes keeps you on your toes, right?
But we have already bought the giveaway stuff. There's going to be like a pack of 24 alcohol markers and a pad that comes with that. There's a watercolor
spoil
kit.
Well,
no, we'll talk about that.
all right, sure. We might
There's
as well
like
hype it up.
A sketching kit and sketchbook,
There's a watercolor
different
kit.
stuff, and whoever wins will mail it to you for free.
Yes, we are a couple. We're
Yes.
married.
We've been married for over 5 years.
And welcome, Rosie. Nice to see new people.
Is the music louder than normal, chat,
Yeah, is it louder than normal?
or is it similar? I could turn it down just a tiny bit. It's different on TikTok and YouTube.
They say it's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah, I mean, I know that for some people, maybe the music distracts them and stuff.
What would you recommend for learning to render? Learn about shadows and light. Let me think.
I think still lifes are good.
You know, I should properly make a YouTube video that's like an encapsulation of rendering.
and
Do you want to
lighting.
show some of the rendering stuff on my iPad?
Yes. Or even on here.
Actually,
We even have it on
yeah,
our
it can
iPad.
be on the. It'll be on the. Actually, I already got it up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say if you want to learn how to render the basic primitive forms, right? Sphere, box, cone, cylinder, ribbons, triangular and rectangular prisms. They're all very similar, but basically, here's some of the stuff that I teach in Anime Art School. I teach rendering and calculating cast shadows and everything. Basically, learning rendering, you do a bunch of boring assignments like this. You do like 20 of these. You do like, and you calculate all the shadows. So I would recommend taking a class where you learn how to properly calculate cast shadows from your head. Like these are all from imagination. This is from imagination.
That's how it
Everything
calculates it.
everything we do in here is from imagination, right? Like all of these, this is an example of like we're lighting objects from different angles. So this is in a class that I teach. I do have a YouTube channel that talks about this a bit, or a YouTube video. It's called Learn the Fundamentals of Art in 2 Hours. It's kind of an old video on our channel. I do cover rendering in that video, but like this is completely from imagination. This is just made up from my head, and I start kind of actually exactly like I did yesterday on the demo. This demo that I did yesterday live on stream, I start them pretty much all the same, which is like thinking about the basics, and then I start adding more light and fancy stuff and reflections later. Who asked about rendering? Learning to render. Okay, it just says.
Do you have any
Oh,
art
it's probably a
class?
flag.
Do you have any art class recommendations that don't cost anything / much? It
I
depends on what
mean,
your budget is.
Pitch, that's a relative term. Don't cost much.
Yeah.
I mean, it totally depends. Generally, if you want any good teacher, they're going to be charging for it.
Do you ever think about making your own school for art and anything else that is similar to art?
We have one.
We have an art school.
Yes, we do. You can check it
Yeah.
out on drawanime.com. It's called Anime Art School. It's the yellow button, and we're actually running a discount right now. Yeah, it's big. It's big. It has a bunch of classes. Perspective, rendering, lighting, painting, character design, anatomy.
Yeah, these are a lot of the
Figure drawing.
assignments that we cover in the school.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a self-paced class where you watch videos and you do assignments that we give you, and just practicing all these different concepts. And we take you through, from the complete beginner and stuff. So for instance, Colton's rendering class, these are some of the exercises that
Yep.
you'll do.
So I do after I tell you how to render like boxes and cylinders and cones and all that kind of stuff. I literally draw this entire scene from complete scratch and render it with just like the basic round brush. Every single color, every single decision that I make, I do live in real time for the entire class. So we do a bunch of stuff, even like materials, like this kind of stuff. The exposure's kind of bad.
Maybe I need to
There
make
we
the
go.
lighting. It's quite dim actually on the iPad
Oh,
itself. So
The
let's
brightness
see.
is super far down.
Yeah,
There we go. But yeah, yeah, there's those pictures that I was showing earlier, so that's like in the first couple weeks of the class.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that there just wasn't really very many good rendering classes out there, and just comprehensive programs.
You know, I teach you how to render clothes from start to finish, so this is the process that you'll be doing.
Yeah, and we're going to be covering some of that today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We stream every single week for completely free, and answer questions and chat with the community and hang out as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a purchase class. This one right here.
Yes, this is a purchase class. So you can
Yep.
go and
You can
check
take
it
a
out.
screenshot of this, check it out. But otherwise, we're going to
Continue our lessons.
here. There you go. We're gonna get back to the live stream lessons.
So we were talking about clothes earlier, and a lot of the time people don't understand clothes is because they don't understand the purpose behind certain folds.
Awesome, sounds good. And if you still want a screenshot, I can put it back
Yes.
on screen. What if I am less than 20? What
does that
you
mean?
You mean age?
Oh.
No,
Okay.
we have people who are as young as 13 that are going through the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, there was a mom who bought our school that goes through it with her 9-year-old.
Yeah, it's
And
so
they
sweet.
just like do them together. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, and we're very family friendly when it comes to our content as well. Like,
Yeah.
if we're drawing like figures and stuff, we make sure to cover anything.
Yeah, it's good for any ages.
Yeah.
Out of anything I've seen, you guys are the best at explaining in tutorials. Thank you. That
Thank
means
you.
a lot. I don't think that I think there's people out there who are super good, and I really look up to them. But I appreciate that a lot. You know, we're always trying to get better.
Gizmo says, I'm only beginning the 3rd week of anime art school, and I feel like I've already improved.
That's great.
That is great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So,
Clothing.
Yeah, clothing.
What if we changed up how we teach clothing
How
a little
should
bit,
we
and we
teach?
just start with
Find a
some
reference?
demos? Like, I'm honestly sick of covering the 7 basic folds over and over and over.
I know, me
let's
too.
let's mix it up a little bit and do something
Some
like
demo.
a demo. You mean to find?
Yeah, find a demo. Actually, I might have some clothing.
I'm not logged into Pinterest.
I might have some clothes on here that I need to find, that I can find.
We'll find some.
Okay.
What is like?
Fun clothes. I can't do like arms with the clothes. I would say find out your form of your arm.
Here's a pretty good
And
one.
oh, that's a good one.
Images.
Like if your arm is, going straight out like this, your folds will generally gravitate towards. Oh, that's a really good one. I'll do that one. Yeah, I'll do that.
That shows it pretty well.
Yeah. So if your arm is going straight out like this, your cloth will follow that direction, and there's like a little pinch in here, and you'll see these triangular folds sprouting from that area. All right, awesome.
Discord as well.
Okay. So let me get that.
I can't do like arms with the clothes. Yeah, that's gonna be. We'll cover that. So
Yeah.
this is the picture that
This is the
found
picture.
online.
Yep. So if I were to draw clothes like this, I would not even think about the clothes at all. I would try to find what's going on with the body, what's the overall gesture, and I would draw like a very simple mannequin.
Yeah, remember when it comes to drawing clothing on characters, before you even think about the clothing, figure out the forms that the mannequin has underneath. Think about the tilt of the pelvis and the shoulders.
So I would go in and
Christina's drawing right now.
Yeah, I would start finding certain angles that you can easily find,
Yeah,
like
that
angle the
pose is-
shoulders.
Got good contrapposto.
Yeah, really good contrapposto. So I would literally just start adding tick marks like this. And this is where I can, gauge how big do I want the torso to be. The torso will not be, or the pubic bone or the crotch will not be down here, and it will not be up here. That'd be way too big. So, in relationship to the head, I feel like this size is pretty good. Just have your best guess.
Oh, I forgot to talk about the prints thing.
Oh.
Digital Astara. Are you still here? Hello, welcome. Armatox, hello. The user, Ionder, Gummy, Yoon, hello. Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda, hello. I hope I said that right. Do you have any advice for talking to other people online? Yeah, just throw yourself into it. I'm a big fan of immersion, right?
Honestly, I would just say be yourself.
Be yourself.
Just be
throw
yourself.
into it.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would look for hints, like how is the torso moving? I can see that based on the contrapposto of these hips, this hip is going up, and we're going to see a general pinch in this area, and this will
she
be
looks
simple.
like she's kind of leaning away too.
Yeah. Yeah, she does look like she's leaning away, so maybe the perspective of it would be a little bit different. Well,
I
I'll
can't
start.
see what you drew. Your phone's
Oh,
in the way.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there.
I did
yeah,
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd just basically be that, right?
Yeah,
like
it would.
This is kind of leaning away. That's kind of leaning away. This leg's definitely coming towards
Oh,
us.
yeah,
and that
for
leg's
sure.
going back.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting flat first because it's easy. And then as Colton showed earlier, we generally add form lines just to show the form of the limbs and stuff.
Yeah. So it's when you're drawing costumed figures, just do a really simple mannequin. You can basically just do like a primitive form mannequin. Cylinders.
Yep.
Yeah, since this is a clothing drawing section, we cover proportion and figure drawing and stuff all the time on stream. If you're interested in that, go check out one of our past live streams. But if we
even have videos on it too. Like
if we taught that for every single time we drew a shirt, then we would never draw the shirt.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story here is draw a simple volume figure.
Mm-hmm. Arms will generally be cylinders if you just want to go super simple. I like doing that. Here's your neck. You can even find out the bit of the perspective of the head by drawing the eye line and how it curves on the head. So this is like my basic block-in. And we're basically going to ignore anatomical stuff because clothes are on top, right? So I'm going to duplicate this really quick. So we have it step by step.
And just pay a lot of attention to what direction your forms are going. What direction is the upper arm going? What direction is the lower arm going? And you can even do like little separate studies. So I really recommend you guys study figure drawing. Study figure drawing because when you're doing costume drawing, the clothes hide a lot, and so you kind of have to know what's happening. And the only way to really know what's happening is by doing a bunch of figure drawing and looking and kind of learning similarities that happen a lot. Every single costume drawing class you'll ever take will start probably the first at least 1, maybe 2 weeks just with drawing simple mannequins.
Yep.
Any costume drawing class that's worth taking, I should say.
Yeah. So what I would even start doing is to find like the thickness of the outfit. I would take a look at my reference and I would try to block this out into one simple mass or shape. So I would look at the sleeve shape. It's more of like a triangle with a thicker area, and then it gets gradually thinner, right? That affects the shape of the overall silhouette. This right here, we got some nice interesting triangles coming out here and here, and this overall shirt kind of looks like a very like wide, like a trapezoid in a way.
Neither of us have used Ibis paint. So I'm not sure about a brush similar to this one.
I don't know. I don't use Ibis paint. And then I would just start finding like these directional lines just to have something in place, because this is like the seam line for the shoulders. This is how far the cloth covers this part of the torso. And so I have this all figured out, right? I'm thinking in more of like a flatter standpoint, just so that everything looks good graphically. So this is how I start. And then I'll start adding in folds later. So we'll do the folds right after this. Copy paste. Simple. I always preach simple then complex. Because complex, all the folds will just distract you.
Yeah, so let's just like go into this photo really quick and just look, right?
Yep. Oh, here you go.
Very strong lines right here. There's tension going on. These are hints that there's tension. Folds and lines tend to radiate from tension points, right? Tension point right here. You can see all of these lines coming out here. So there's a tension point in the shoulder. There's a tension point on this hip. Tension points tend to be shoulders, elbows, hips, any sticky outy bits that the clothes catch on tend to be tension points. Not all the time, but they can be. So start looking there. Almost always, you're going to get tension points at the shoulders. You're going to get tension points at the elbows, depending on what they're doing. See, there's not really a tension point at these elbows.
So there's
I don't
more
see
compression.
any lines coming from them. But there's compression, exactly. Tension point. So keep an eye out for those things, and that's going to help you inform. That's going to help inform you for where you're going to draw your lines. So folds tend to radiate from tension points.
Yep. And something that I like to do is do a bunch of studies of simple clothes, and then you'll realize that a lot of these folds actually happen in the same areas. So it's almost like cloth kind of responds very similarly to almost any pose. It's like, I don't know. You'll find very similar folds in different references as well.
Yeah, you'll generally only see a couple folds show
Yeah.
up over and over, and funny enough, a lot of the folds are similar.
Yes, they are very similar.
Let's speed it up
Okay.
a little bit.
All right.
I want to get through some of these other topics.
Sure. So
And we'll
here,
just,
tension.
Yeah. I just figure we're spending 30 minutes on this.
I know, we are.
I keep getting distracted and locked into a single topic.
Yeah, and then we end up getting distracted by answering other questions, but that's really fine. Compression, lot of triangles, lot of zigzags, right? A lot of clumping in
Yes.
here. Zigzag. I like to draw the pockets in here rather than drawing like line by line like this. I just draw the shape, and then everything else kind of is contextual. So that's what I like to do.
What does that mean?
Look, what I mean is like, if I draw these shapes like this, you can
Okay.
kind of guess the middle, what they look like. So these are like the eyes
Okay.
of the folds. Sorry, it's kind of hard to explain sometimes. Compression in this area, and then we got tension in the skirt. So all you need is tension and compression folds.
Hi, hey, Clear Sky. So sorry I missed Colton's demo
Oh.
yesterday. Hey, I mean you can rewatch it.
So yeah, that's how I would do folds in clothes. Just find your tension points, find your compression areas, and then draw them. Draw them wrapping around the form and stuff. All right, let's move on to a different topic. Let's see here. Clothes. Action poses, drawing the same character for consistency. Consistency arms. Do you want to do, let's see. We got eye symmetry and how to draw eyes, human
We can do that
proportions.
really quickly.
Eye symmetry, sure. And we can kind of talk about eyes
Just
in the meantime.
symmetry in general.
Sure. So symmetry is all about trying to find the center line and then drawing a shape, whatever that you want to draw. You can turn it into an eye, you can turn it into anything else. Let's say I have this like little rhombus here. This acts as my center line, which is a mirroring point. It's like a mirror. So you basically graft points over to the other side and match it up the best you can. This is a good exercise to draw faces, to draw mouths, whatever. Here's another point.
As an artist, how do you stay motivated to keep drawing consistently? I mean, there's so much to learn. I would say going in with a healthy mindset. Like, it's not much of a problem to stay motivated consistently if you just like art in general. It's like, how do you stay motivated to eat candy? Or how do you stay motivated to eat sweets?
That is
It's
a good
like,
one.
I mean, it's its own reward. So, like, approaching it with a healthy mindset from the start is like, I don't really see art as something that's draining, so I don't need energy to do it. It's like, you know, Christina could end a long, hard day of working and she would draw to relax.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, what is art to you? Is it something that takes energy or is it something that gives energy?
I like that.
And there's so many stories to come up with. Like, I find I get really, really motivated to draw and really excited when I start coming up with stories. Like, characters interacting with each other, dynamics between characters. You can make art friends and have little challenges and draw each other's characters. That's what a lot of people in our community do. Really a lot of different ways. I would say, you know, going into it with a healthy mindset
Yeah.
is really important. Are you self-taught? No.
No.
Taken lots and lots and lots and lots of classes. Even to this day, we're still taking classes.
So you would take this concept of mirroring and then apply it to eyes. And an eye, abstractly, is just another shape, right? It's not necessarily like, oh, it's an eye. It's just this shape right here. So think of it like individual points or just a graphical shape, and then just mirror it to the other side, and then you can turn it into an eye by adding in the eyelid or the lashes or whatever.
Miko eyes.
Miko eyes.
Where would you take art classes? Anywhere and everywhere there's good teachers.
Yep. You can
I'm
do
not picky.
mentorships.
I take classes online, I take classes in person, I take classes in schools, mentorships. There's lots and lots and lots of amazing artists who teach out there.
Mm-hmm. Eyes. Symmetrical eyes. And by the way, symmetrical eyes usually, like, this exercise would only work in, like, a completely front view. It would be a little bit different with, like, head that's turned to the side or whatever. But this is great for just, like, a front-facing.
Like college or something? Most of them, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, not a lot of them.
Most of them, most of the classes I've taken were not in college. They're everywhere. Like, just keep your eyes open for them. Like, almost every single artist on Instagram who's amazing has, like, a class of some sort where they teach you how to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of foundational programs out there. We have classes that we teach. Other people take them.
Yep.
There's classes in person. We just got done with an oil painting class. That ended on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then we're going to retake that same exact class from the same teacher starting in October.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Awesome.
Sorry, chat, but we're still not going to be streaming on Wednesdays because we're taking the same class again by the same teacher on Wednesdays. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every Wednesday for 10 weeks.
How do you draw teeth? I've been stuck with the same plain frown for a while. I don't know what plain frown means. Yeah, we can cover some teeth.
Like, when it comes to anime, a lot of the time teeth are simplified into sort of,
Like a strip.
yeah.
A strip that's like, looks like this. So the mouth and the teeth are round. It looks like a part of an orange.
Have you / will you both share some of your work from the classes? Yeah, I can show something.
So like if you want to draw anime teeth, please do not do this unless it's for a specific purpose. Do not just detail every single tooth. It's kind of ugly. A lot of the time you would just simplify them to one strip. Once again, if this is what you want for a character to have every single tooth detailed, that's totally fine. But what I would do for teeth is I would just kind of, if I have like a canine tooth, for example, I would just show like how it overlaps the rest of the teeth, and I would keep this part very simple. I could imply detail in the teeth by adding some gums and how it connects to the teeth, and maybe add some indication. But most of the time, it'll be super simple. And that's because if the teeth are super detailed, it's going to take away from the overall impression of the face. So that's what I would do. Like if I'm drawing someone with an open mouth, a lot of time they'll just simplify it like this. Bottom row as well. They'll just show the underside of the cylinder or the top of the cylinder.
How is everybody doing today?
And the tongue.
Any up to anything cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, teeth.
That's just some simple breakdowns of teeth.
Yeah, and just remember when you open the mouth, it opens from back here, not here. It doesn't look like one of those little
Clacky teeth
Yeah,
toys.
what the heck do those even look like? They're kind of like this.
Oh. There we go.
What do those even look like? Like this?
I guess so. Yeah, it looks like that. There's a hinge.
Yeah, and there's like a hinge in here.
Those freak me out, to be honest.
Yeah, they are kind of creepy. And then they've got, like that sort of thing. I don't remember what they look like. It does not open like that. The jaw opens. We have a skull right here. The jaw hinges from back here, not the back of the teeth. So when this mouth opens, the bottom of the jaw comes open and it hinges from back there. So the jaw will drop down. The top teeth will not go up.
I'm taking your advice from last stream and learning figure drawing for anatomy.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, figure drawing's great.
Yeah, it is great. So we have some topics like action poses, drawing the same character.
Sorry, I asked how everybody was doing earlier.
Oh, oops.
Okay, thank you so much. Not doing much. Very good today. I get to ditch class. Nice. Went to a farmer's market today. That's fun. Dog sitting for the weekend. Currently drawing while watching our live. Awesome. Might be seeing Miku Colorful Stage movie soon. That's fun.
Oh, I didn't know there's a movie for that.
I want to be a character designer. Nice. Go for it.
Yeah.
Very fun. What else? Anybody else doing anything interesting lately? Yeah, I don't really have a lot of stuff from the oil painting class. I barely took pictures of anything.
I barely took pictures of anything either because I wasn't really proud of those
The
paintings.
entire class.
It was all practice.
It was just 10 weeks of getting used to the medium. It wasn't nothing amazing came out of it at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I really have is this one, but this one was painted over a little bit by the teacher. But it's just this.
Oil's hard.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, I mean, it's very similar to other painting. And then, I don't know, there was this one. Christine and I worked on these. I think this one was mine.
That one is, yeah, that, wait,
And
no.
then
Well, yeah, that one is
This one
yours.
was Christina's.
Yeah.
So we both did the same still life from different angles.
I really like yours. I like your bowl.
Like that. You know, I mean, a lot of it was just, I'd never really painted traditionally in my life. So a lot of the class was just getting used to the medium.
Yes, I do have a video on how to draw hair. It is this one right here. Hair drawing tips you wish you knew earlier. That is our hair drawing video. It covers straight, wavy, and curly hair. And yeah, it's a great video. So someone is asking how to draw consistently, like how to draw the same character consistently. And what I would do, well, I've drawn basically the same characters for many years, and you kind of start getting dialed into their quirks, like their eye shape and stuff. So let me draw some hair. Let me do it like this. So let's say you have a particular character, and it's always good to have like some reference on hand of your specific character, because if you're just drawing from like memory all the time and you don't really know what your character looks like, it's really hard to be consistent. So let's say like this is our character here, and I want to draw them again. All I have to do is keep in mind of their head shape, their how big their eyes are, what shapes they are, and I can draw them in different views as well. But let's just do another exercise where we're just drawing the same head, just the same view, right? So okay, yeah, here's our head shape. I'm keeping in mind it's not too long, it's not too short. I'm keeping in mind of the proportions that I set for this character, and I'm just being very observational, being very intentional with every line that I do. Here's the nose shape. Here's the eye shape. They curve downward, right? They're not going up like this. This is not the same character anymore if I draw eyes like this. They angle downward. So
I draw the same character and the character looks different every single time. Make your own style guide.
yeah,
Be really, really specific. What does the character look like? What is the shape of their chin? What is the shape of their nose?
mm-hmm.
And this works in 3D as well. Like, what is the volume that their nose takes up? How wide is the bridge of their nose?
Yeah,
How far, how tall are their eyes? What shapes are their irises?
yeah,
What shape of hair? How many lines makes up their bangs? How many sections do their bangs separate into? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it side swept? What's their hairstyle? What's it called?
mm-hmm.
That sort of thing is what's going to help you draw your character the same.
Yeah.
You memorize the specifics of your character.
Yep. And not every drawing is going to come out perfectly as your original. Like this, like he looked kind of like this guy, but it's like there's some areas that I made a little bit different that I can adjust.
I got
So do it.
And I got to check on my print.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips for drawing women with masculine features? Well, I do. And it's making them look more masculine. Sorry. I have a character. Her name is Ray. And I kind of given her some masculine features, like a more broad, not broader, more chiseled chin, longer face, smaller eyes, not a lot of ton of lashes or anything like that. Generally, masculine features for women, you'll see smaller eyes, not super dainty looking eyes. You'll see sharper chins that maybe even kind of end at a, not at a point, but maybe a little bit blockier. But you can even, if you want to go like ultra masculine, like where it's like this burly woman, you can definitely make her neck thicker and make the body more like muscular as well. That's totally up to you. But just notice that when I start adding in a really thick neck for this face, it already starts looking like a guy. I don't want it to look that much like a guy, so I'm going to tone down the neck and make it more feminine. So a lot of it is just pulling different levers What's more feminine? Feminine equals rounder, softer. Masculine equals harder edges. So sharper eyes, lower brow ridge, smaller eyes as well, and not a lot of makeup. You know, meaning like if you want to add lip tint, totally fine. But sometimes masculine women, if you don't want it like this, you can just add like a little bit of like at the bottom of the lip, totally fine. And this, you can argue, also looks like a guy. You can argue that. But we're gonna say it's a girl because we can add another hairstyle on top. So for instance, you know, maybe I'll make her have short hair. That's more masculine. But I can make it more feminine by, let's say, adding in some more flair around the sides, or maybe even like showing a bit of the tail of her hair going down on her neck, and adding more lashes. So now she doesn't look super feminine. She looks a bit more tougher. She looks stronger, right? If I don't want to make it that masculine, I can taper the chin a little bit more so it's not super boxy. Totally fine. So yeah, you can try those out. You can try these tips out. I would not start adding crazy bulk unless that is part of your character. But this is where you can balance a bit of masculinity with femininity. You know, and I know that a lot of our server members love putting piercings. So if you want, piercings are great for a bit of that feminine touch, especially, you know, on the ears. You know, maybe there's some here on the helix, something like that. Welcome back, Kieran. What about a more feminine guy? Then you would start making it look more like a girl. So that means softer features, like even a softer face. Like, just look at some pretty boys. I would say, like, look at pretty boy animes, and that's basically like a girl face, but with a guy hairstyle. That's all I would say about that.
All right.
So, welcome back. So, like, lashes, great for feminine guys. Just kind of showing, like, the differences. You can literally just draw a girl and call it a guy. That's how feminine guys are. That's how versatile that you can be with anime. Totally fine. It's all about intention, right? So you can give this guy like more masculine hair that's shorter, but feminine lashes, all that stuff. I'm gonna go a little bit faster now, but that's how I would do it. That's how I would think about drawing these kinds of characters. Do you want to cover some foreshortening with limbs, arms?
I would just cover cylinders and boxes. You can do that if you want. You
Okay.
did a lot of homework for
I did. Let me think. I feel like I need to have a bit of a
Yummy.
reference of how to teach it. So what I will even start doing.
Bendy straws.
Bendy straws?
Yeah, I mean those are basically.
That's true. That is true.
Bendy boxes as well, but like mostly just. And what about like the overlaps? Like he taught you to draw on the wide
Yes.
lenses, just boxes. Overlapping boxes.
Yeah. So, okay. When you have a box that is in a not wide lens, in a long lens, you won't see a lot of foreshortening because the vanishing points are really, really far away. So a lot of cylinders will feel very almost parallel. The sides will be parallel. But the more foreshortened you have it, where like let's say the arm is facing towards you, you'll see a lot of convergence. Like this. Right? And the tricky thing with foreshortening is that if I drew this arm here, I think the gut instinct would be to make it really, really long. But if we were to actually turn this to, if we were to rotate this into like a side view, it would be like this long. That's the illusion of perspective, right? So a lot of the time you would have to make it shorter than how you see it because the foreshortening is really, really fast. Same thing with boxes, right? If you drew a box like this, that's normally in a longer lens, but you were to shorten it a lot and converge it, I think the instinct would be to go like, oh, like this long. But the reality is, the box will end up looking like this in a side view. So I would even just go ahead and cut that off, and that would feel more convincing. So the more convergence that you see, that's how foreshortening
Mm-hmm.
works. Right. This is not as foreshortened. In fact, a very isometric box will have basically almost all these sides, actually all the sides look very parallel. So no convergence whatsoever. Looks like that. With convergence, you'll see that the lines are converging to a vanishing point.
Mm-hmm. And a really easy way to do this is you memorize this box and you memorize this box and you simply put them over top of each other. Let's just draw this box right here. And then you can just do another box right here.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have an arm that's like that, basically.
Yeah.
An arm where one box is partially coming towards you and another one where it's coming towards you more. And you just pay attention to how much you see this side and how much you see this side. So the back box is basically a box that's kind of like this. Right? And the front box is a box where this side gets chopped.
Kieran says that on YouTube the live is very low sound.
On YouTube, the live is very low sound. What's going on? Is that true for everybody? YouTube, how's the sound level? Is it normal? Is it good?
Hey, Kata Gremlin Girl. Well, we'll see the answers soon. Sounds good to me. Okay.
Might want to load the page.
Yeah.
TikTok and YouTube have separate. Well, TikTok forces us to use their dumb TikTok Live Studio, and YouTube we stream from OBS, so they have two separate sound things.
Mm-hmm.
It's low, but my volume is up. Had to turn my PC sound way up on YouTube. We could increase it a little bit, like that and that. I'm not sure. I haven't changed any settings. Test. I don't know.
Yeah. So what I even do for like foreshortened arm poses is basically make the hand really big in comparison to the arms. And what you can even try is just drawing like one big box and behind it a different box that's maybe a little bit shorter, going into the distance. So we have maybe like a different box that's rotating and it's going away from us. And then we have another arm like this. So as long as we see like how it's going towards us and this box is much bigger than these, this you can just turn that into an arm. So let's say, for instance, I'll copy and paste. And I turn this into an arm. Here is a fist. Here's the front of the box, or the top of the box, which is, could be your fingers. Here's your thumb. And there's no exact way to calculate the length of an arm.
There is, you just wouldn't use it because it's too complicated.
Exactly. I would say a lot of it would kind of come by experience and just
you'd use
testing.
3D or the way to calculate the length of an arm is by drawing a
ton of arms.
Crap load of boxes.
Yeah.
That are arm length.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. An arm with this hand really foreshortened. If I were to do that right now, it kind of looks like this.
Although you put the deltoid on the front.
I did put the deltoid on the front. Oh well. So the deltoid will be more on the side. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There's the bicep.
That's it. But
That's
nobody
it.
wants to do the boxes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to draw the arms, but nobody wants to do the boxes. And people who do the boxes do them like 4 times instead of 4,000 times.
Yep. Honestly.
Christina did the boxes.
I did the boxes.
4,000 times.
Yes.
And then she's just like, I don't really feel very confident with this, even after 4,000 boxes.
I feel like it's hard for me to explain because I actually need to do more perspective lessons and teaching it because I don't have very much experience teaching perspective. You do a lot, so I totally understand. When I'm here teaching anatomy, you're like, I don't know if I can teach anatomy very well. I'm like, oh yeah, you're fine.
Boxes in perspective are difficult.
They're very difficult.
Especially to do correctly. A lot of people incorrectly assume they can do them well. They're just like, oh, I can do boxes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you see a box from them and it's completely wrong, and you're just like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, sometimes the hand will be so like in front of you that you won't even see the arm at all. Like, look at my pose right now. This is all just completely the hand. You don't see any of this, and you can't really exactly say, oh, you gotta calculate like this and that. I mean, it's just too complicated. So a lot of times people would just finesse it and be like, oh, here's the bottom of the arm.
What is the line in the arm shoulder?
Huh? Oh, this?
That's a deltoid.
That's a
going
deltoid.
over.
That's a deltoid. So that is your one of your muscles, unless
And you'd have your pectoralis coming up like this.
yeah.
And then this right here, that's the edge of the bicep.
Oh,
Let's see.
interesting. How's the audio on YouTube right now? Should I turn it up more? Does it need to go up more? Test. Test. How about that? Where can I buy the How to Draw Characters book, Volume 2? You can get it on Amazon.
So yeah, I just make sure that these boxes are much shorter and much smaller than this, and then from there on, I can add a hand. I always find that drawing fingers in foreshortening is very, very difficult. So we'll just do one finger, which generally, this tip of the finger will be like really, would get thicker as you get closer to the camera. So like, look at that. This gets really, really thick, and then this part gets thinner. And then this is, you can just draw the fingers like a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just gotta make sure I'm not accidentally drawing 6 fingers. And then you can add in that torso. So the crazy thing about foreshortening is that for this kind of pose, the body will kind of look normal, like normal perspective, meaning like it's not going to be super crazy foreshortened, but the arm can look really, really exaggerated. So you can play with that as well.
That does tend to happen a lot.
That does tend to happen. Everything will look normal except for this.
Yep. My body's normal, my hand is not.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is, if I just back up a little bit, now it's starting to feel a lot more normal.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the hand, the size of my hand compared to my head, right? And then if I simply scoot forward, look how much bigger my hand is getting compared to how big my head is.
Mm-hmm.
Now my head is the size of my thumb. Still stretching out my arm all the way.
Yep.
And if I scooch away from the camera, look, immediately my thumb's only that big.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff happens really, really fast. I only went like a foot or two away from the camera too.
Yeah.
So this stuff is really sensitive. You have to understand exactly how far you are from your camera lens, because that affects the size of things. Like, imagine one teeny tiny little change will literally triple the size of an object.
I know. Like, if I were to draw this in a longer lens, I would just make the hand smaller, and I would see a little bit more
Yeah.
of the arm, like this. So the difference between this one and this one is that the size is different. And, I mean, you still see some foreshortening in the arm, but it's not as drastic as this. I kept the pose all the same.
Yeah, it happens very fast.
I know.
Very,
I
very
would say,
fast.
like, for me, my perspective knowledge with this kind of stuff is more intuitive rather than, like, I can explain it word for word. But I find that this is a good practice exercise even for me. Same thing with, like, legs. The way how I've been drawing legs foreshortened these days is I'll just draw the foot. Because the foot is generally, like the biggest thing, right? Especially if you're, like, drawing someone kicking. So all you have to do now is just make sure that your legs are foreshortened. Like, much shorter, and then you got your foot. And then you got another box that's facing upward if you're kicking, right? Like this. Everything all in here is all, like, blocked out by the foot. And it's more, like, implied. So, for instance, you got your shin, you got your kneecap, and then that overlaps like this. Always show overlap.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you gotta have reference as well. That will help a lot. That's what it looks like. And then the rest of the torso, you can add in your bend and your squish Wait, stretch. Sorry, stretch and bend. Was that it? Yeah, stretch and bend. Show a bit of the contrapposto or whatever. There we go.
Are these live saved? Yes.
Yep.
We have a
they are.
YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. All of our live streams are saved on that channel. You can go rewatch any of our streams.
I feel like you can get away with a lot of foreshortened perspective. You can go crazy with the changes as long as you don't overthink it and just play with your drawings.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's true. I would say someone who has spent many, many, many hours practicing it could probably do that. Anybody below that level,
It's
it would be just like wild. You'd have a very unexpected, inconsistent, wild results.
yeah.
Like someone at Gene's level, yeah, for sure, he plays with it a lot.
Yeah, you can.
You know,
yeah.
it's like Brandon Sanderson playing with the story versus a beginner playing with the story. You get results may vary.
Yeah, depending on the skill level. I mean, one of the exercises that helped me a lot was just drawing a bunch of randomly sized boxes and just overlapping them and turning them into a person.
Yeah, that was one of the assignments that Gene gave.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is very good. It's like, okay, it's almost like trying to solve a puzzle intuitively and be like, how can I fit a person in this thing?
Yeah.
And for me, like, since I've had a lot of experience drawing people, sometimes I'll just end up drawing boxes and I'll be like, I see this as a torso. Now I have to make it a bit more random. But, you know, maybe we can have a box going like this. And we can call that a hand. And then the
Yeah.
rest of the arms can, like, or the rest of the limbs can go in other directions.
Yeah. You also have to understand, Christina went through an entire 14-week industrial design perspective class in Art Center.
Yeah.
And she went through the entire class and completed it. And then she went through an entire 8-week mentorship with Gene where he had her draw literally like thousands of boxes in all different camera lenses. So like
That's hard. Yeah.
she's not a beginner to drawing boxes at this point.
Yeah. I need to find ways to see or to teach things in the eyes of a beginner. Like how do I do it, you know?
I mean, foundation is foundation.
That's true. Like, okay, now I can see that this person's like, oh, it looks like this person's going like this. They're kind of like flying to the air and maybe reaching for something. How many minutes a day should I practice figure drawing without burning myself out?
That's entirely dependent on the individual. There's people out there who could do 16-hour days and never burn out. And there's
Yeah.
people out there who do 6 minutes in a day and they burn out.
Find a way to be obsessed. Because when you're obsessed, you don't really get burned out. And obsessed in a good way. Like, as Colton was saying earlier about mindset, right? If you can find a way to enjoy figure drawing and all that practice and be like, wow, I could just do this all day, then that's perfect. Like, for me, what I do is I'll do a lot of figure drawing, but I'll make it I'll turn it into my character. And that way I can see my progress while also making it more personal, rather than just doing a bunch of, I guess, boring studies without any personality to it, you know, or without any personal connection. So for me, personal connection helps me to practice more. So here, just adding in my fingers.
It's the mindset. Like, it's your mindset going into the practice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you have a healthy relationship with art? Are you just trying to get better so you can beat other people? Do you actually enjoy the art? Do you verbally assault yourself every time you make a drawing you don't like? You know, that would majorly increase the amount of burnout. Do you give yourself enough grace? Are you focused on, you know, saying, I did a good job if you show up and do the work even if the drawings turn out bad? Or do you only say you did a good job if the drawings turn out great? All of those different factors really, 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 really affect how long you can do art before you get tired and burn out. Clock with a face and a mustache. We generally don't really do requests.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ali says, I love the art.
Thank you.
Do you suggest any books/sources to study for drawing? Yeah, what do you want to learn how to draw? A lot of them. There's a lot of good ones.
Yes.
I mean, I went to a school where they were doing like 16-hour days drawing. Some of the students burned out. Some of the students did not.
I would say David is probably the one that did not burn out.
No, he still does 16-hour
Yeah.
days. 10 years later. How many years later? 9 years later. He's like still drawing that much.
It's just because he's like, he just does it. He's just like, I just like it. He has fun.
Bodies and figures. Michael Hampton has a pretty good book on figure drawing. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Gottfried Bombs has a good book on anatomy and figure drawing. Let me think.
It's a fun pose.
What else?
Stonefield's anatomy. Well,
Stonehouse?
Stonehouse, sorry, not Stonefield.
Stonehouse's anatomy is decent. It's not really a figure drawing book. It's more of an anatomy book, but it's good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I would say Michael Hampton's book is probably my #1 recommendation for a figure drawing oriented book that also teaches anatomy.
I actually really like how this hand turned out.
Could you find that book? All over the place. It's in a lot of bookstores. It's on, you can get it on Amazon. You can find it online. It's all over.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Hampton. Can you write that?
Yes. Michael.
It's called Figure Drawing Design and Invention by Michael Hampton. Just look up Michael Hampton Figure Drawing. He also has a great YouTube channel. A lot of free stuff on there. Super nice dude.
Figure drawing. Design and invention. But I don't know if I'm going to write all that. But just look at Michael Hampton. You'll see his books.
Do you know the name of the series of Japanese pose books you own? I actually don't.
I
haven't
don't
looked at those
know.
books in a little while. I forgot about those. They're good. I don't know. You could probably find it. I think there's like 6 or 7 in the series. We have like 4 or 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. They're great.
I got the ones that looked good. Yeah, they are good.
So we talked about some foreshortening and scale with limbs.
It's kind of what we talked about, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, awesome.
Action poses. Kind of
I kind of did that a bit.
Kind of
too.
did that a bit too, yeah. Consistency in arm size and eyes. Yeah, we kind of did that. Human proportions. We did teeth. Human proportions. I mean, we can cover that some. A lot of it is understanding how to divide. Whoops. How to divide in halves and fourths and thirds. So if you don't like it, well, it's going to be too bad. You're going to have to learn it. Because it will actually save you so much time.
Our Mark Brunette. Yeah, Mark Brunette's pretty legit. He's good. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that I don't really think, like, not naming any specific names or something, but their level's not always the highest. Mark Brunette's legit.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Like, you could tell just by looking at his work. He's a pro.
Mm-hmm.
I think ArtWad is really good. They're more focused on concept art, but they're legit. They're a little bit hardcore for some people. Michael Hampton's really good. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I mostly take classes.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a stream on how to draw backgrounds? Lucky for you, last stream, I did this demo from start to finish, from complete scratch. You can watch every single brushstroke on our YouTube channel. The live stream VOD is up from yesterday. And I talk about my entire decision-making process the whole way through. And I also cover some stuff on backgrounds, low-key, high-key, composition. I show some composition books. Talk about, overlaps, creating depth. This is one of my favorite breakdowns.
Yeah.
I talk about all that kind of stuff. So you can check out our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. This was from yesterday's live stream.
Have the passion, but not the talent. Honestly, you don't need talent
No,
for art.
you can just put in the hours and you'll get good.
Yep. That's the great thing. It's not about talent.
Yeah.
Those animes. It's not about talent. Hard work. Hard work always trumps talent. That's kind of that vibe.
I mean, that's the thing you want, right? The passion.
Yeah. Passion's great.
That's absolutely I miss Mark Curley stuff. That's funny. I used to watch Mark Curley when I was like 14.
Yeah, Mark Curley is very nostalgic.
Very nostalgic.
He seems very wholesome too, honestly.
Yeah, super wholesome.
Yeah. So, some basic human proportions. I'm going to first start off with the upper body because I think that's like the most complex area.
Any YouTubers for value and color theory? I think Marco Bucci has some
Marco
stuff.
Bucci?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Is that his name? Chat can confirm. He's a huge art YouTuber.
Marco
I think he
Bucci?
has some color and value stuff, but I'm not
Is
sure.
that? Is that how you spell it?
I think. I've never watched his channel, but everyone loves him, and his work's actually pretty good. I think he covers some color stuff, but I'm not sure.
I bought your book and it's great, but I'm curious, you reference the bean for the anatomy, then gesture drawing. Do you recommend the bean for getting the gesture drawing?
I mean, use whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Bean, envelope, two blocks, flour sack, whatever works best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do fisheye since we didn't have time last time? Yeah.
Yeah, we can do some fisheye.
I totally forgot about that. We can do fisheye. I know you were here last time asking about that.
Yeah, we'll
Fisheye's
do
one of
that.
my favorite things.
Yeah.
It's a little bit technical though.
It is technical, so stay awake. So let's talk a little bit about human proportion really quick. What I did was I drew a line and divided it into thirds. Hey, we're already dividing thirds and doing math, right? And then you're going to divide this upper box into thirds as well. So this is where we can establish the torso and the head. Your head will be situated in the 2/3 mark on this first box. So yeah, that's pretty simple, right? Then your second box is going to fit your rib cage. So that's pretty simple. Simple, straightforward. Your pelvis or your crotch area is going to start at the halfway mark on the third box. There we got a torso. And then the rest is history. You know, got your obliques and stuff. So this is my preferred way to find out proportions for your upper torso. Your neck will be basically connecting your head to your torso.
Yeah, we'll cover fisheye next, by the way.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. And then if you want to draw legs, all you have to do is just take this length, duplicate it down the best you can. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfect. I would say here and there. Your legs will start from the bottom of the third box and fit in this second half. If you want to find the pillar of your knee, which is the bottom of your kneecap, you just divide this section in half. There's the bottom of your kneecap. Human proportion. You basically repeat this over and over and over until you memorize it and you draw it to the best of your ability. Your hands will basically land around your crotch. And then everything else connects to that. And your elbows will be around the bottom of your rib cage. So this is the system that I use all the time for figure drawing. Every figure drawing that I do to study, I start with this first, and then I gradually build upon that. So yeah.
Yeah, this is the foundation that you'd pretty much learn in any figure drawing class, and then you tweak.
Yeah, and then you tweak.
You start with something like this, and you tweak it based on the specific character. If you're going a lot more whimsical with characters, you'd probably start with the tweaked version, but that's much more specific to like animation or character design.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what you learn in pretty much any figure drawing class.
Yeah. Hi, I'm new here. Do you have any tips for digital art? Learn the fundamentals. Well,
any new tips for digital art? Do you mean learning how to draw, or do you mean getting used to digital art?
yeah.
Okay, we can talk a little bit about a
Yes.
fisheye.
I actually got a tinkle.
Fisheye lenses.
Mm-hmm. Go. Actually, I'll keep this here.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that a kitty? Are they up? Okay, we'll talk about fisheye lenses. I'm curious as to what that noise was. Let's start a new layer, get these headphones out of the way. All right, so fisheye lenses. The good news is I can show you how to do fisheye lenses. The bad news is it's going to take a lot of practice because it's very difficult. Redo, new layer. Okay, fisheye. So there's a special grid, and where is my... It's been a while since I taught fisheye lenses, so I'm going to have to pull out some stuff. So a fisheye lens is basically a lens that is curved, right? It's kind of like a bubble. This is a fisheye lens. The camera lens itself is a bubble. So from a side view, here's your camera lens. It's going to kind of go like this, all right? So it's going to take in the world from a lot of different directions. Sorry, I wasn't drawing it in the view. It's going to take in the world from a lot of different directions, all right? So, generally speaking, you pretty much always start with a circle, all right? So, I'll try to draw a better circle. I haven't practiced or warmed up today at all. Okay, that should be good enough. So, we start with a circle, and this is the 180-degree field of vision, all right? This represents the world around you from directly to your left, literally to your left, to your right, to the top, to the bottom, all right? And you draw a plus sign through it. This is Y, which means up and down. Here's up Y and down Y. This is X, which is left and right. This is left X, this is right X, all right? And to give you some context, and Z is in the middle, by the way, so that's going towards you and away from you. So to give you some context, 1 point perspective, 1 vanishing point, horizon line, lines come out, you have a box. Let's say your box looks like this. Okay, there's 1 point perspective. This is your Z vanishing point, all right? So this is the center of the circle. This vanishing point right here is Z. 1 point perspective is. 2 point perspective, 2 point, is you look a little bit over towards one direction or the other. You've got Z right here, and you've got X right here. So vanishing points are 90 degrees apart from each other, right? Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube. There you go.
The angles of this Rubik's Cube are 90 degrees, all right? 90 degrees, right angle. Vanishing points are 90 degrees away from each other. So you come up here, 2 point perspective. Here is a box. This is the Rubik's Cube I just showed you at, this angle right here.
Half and half.
90-degree angle. 1 vanishing point goes off to X. 1 vanishing point goes off to Z. So 1 point perspective looks like this. 1 vanishing point, it's Z. 2 point perspective, you're actually turning the box. And so now you're seeing this side foreshortened and this side foreshortened. 3 point perspective, now depending on if you're looking up or down, 3 point. 3 vanishing points, right? 1, 2, 3. We'll put that one higher. Right here. All right? Here's our box. There we go. There we go. A little bit wonky of a box, but there we go, right? So this will be 3 point perspective. This is Z. This is X. And this is our top Y. All right? So now we're looking up at this box from the bottom. So you're looking up at it. It's foreshortening that way, it's foreshortening that way, and it's foreshortening that way. So 1 point perspective is this circle, but you're looking so closely at it that you just get this. Right? And there is our Z vanishing point. You've got to zoom out and out and out and out. And what I mean by that is your view is getting wider and wider. You're seeing more and more and more and more of the world, all right? Until you can see left, right, up, and down at the same time. Now, Z vanishing point goes out here. And this is what actually happens. So it's a curved lens. So generally speaking, your lines are going to be straight, right? Like if this is 2-point perspective right here, a box would look like this. Right? That would be a box in 2-point perspective. But that's not the case in fisheye, because the fisheye lens is curved, so it's actually going to curve these X lines, right? So this is looking directly to my left. If I come all the way over here, this is looking directly to my right. So what ends up happening is, instead of these lines being straight, they're curved. Now, X is going to curve around and come back to X. All right? X to X. Curve around and come back. And Y is going to come out and curve around and come back. And it's going to look something like this. So I'm going to redraw this a little bit neater. And I'm just going to find the halfway points here. So there's halfway, there's halfway. All right, so X, instead of going out straight, right? 2-point perspective grid. 2-point perspective grid right here. Instead of doing this, my X's are going to curve. They're going to come out of X, and they're going to curve around. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. All right? So we've got that. Y is going to curve around and hit Y. This Y on this side is going to curve around and hit Y. All right? And then I'll just draw a couple other lines here so we can see more of the grid. There's that.
It's almost like you're drawing like a little globe.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'd usually draw like 5 or 10 of these to warm up. Let's just do that. And then this one here, let's just go and do that. And this one. And that one there. So this is a fisheye perspective grid. And then we can bring out our Z's as well. So the thing about fisheye perspective is each of these points is 90 degrees different from each other. All right? This, I'm looking straight up. This one, I'm looking straight down below me. Right? If I were to draw a box on this that I'm looking straight down at, it would end up, let me do that a little bit neater. If I'm looking straight down at this, a box below me would look like this.
Look at that.
Right? I'm looking into that box from above. I'm looking down at it. Someone's down here. They literally look like this.
You can see the top of their shoulders.
There they are. I'm looking down at them. Right?
Cool.
If they're right here, I'm looking down at them from above. They're standing on top of this box. If I go up here, it's the same thing. I'm literally looking straight up. So we come up here. Let's just draw a couple of these. And there we go. What does a box look like up here? All right, and I'm not going to show you how to do this thing right now. I'm just showing for the sake of the example. This is a box that I'm literally looking up at from below. I am, you know, below. Okay, let me do this.
Just keep in mind that he's also following his lines with the vanishing points and stuff.
So this is the bottom of the box. If there's a person on top of this box, I can't see them. So that's above me. This is below me. This one would be on my left. This one would be on my right. And this one in the middle, if there's a box right here, it would look like this. There's a box in front of me. On the other side, here's another box in front of me.
Hallway.
As I come down here, this is going to start going below me. So let's just say, got a building or something, right? A box. And again, let's put some people in here. So this person right here is right there. This person over here, they're probably a lot further away than that, but whatever, is right there. Person on this box is right here. Person on this box is below me. And now this person's literally behind me. I'm looking down so much that I'm starting to go behind me. So that's the principle of a fisheye lens. And now I feel like it's kind of really difficult to wrap your head around because it's a flat piece of paper, but yet you're looking around you all the way to behind you. So this circle represents 180 degrees. What happens when you go beyond 180 degrees? It starts to go behind you. So anything outside of this circle is literally going behind you. It's like this Rubik's Cube passes me, and I have to look at the back side of it. That's the green side. Let's turn it to the white side.
Yay.
I can't see the white side if it's in front of me. I can see the yellow side, right? The yellow side. I can't wrap my vision around to look at it. I can see the yellow side or the white side if it goes behind me and I'm like, huh? Oh, there's white back there. So at the point where you go beyond the circle is where it starts to go behind you. So let's just say, here's that Rubik's Cube, right? I'm going to draw through it so you can actually see it. There's the inside of the Rubik's Cube. And here's this edge right there. This is the white, or this side right here that you can't see is the white side. And then as soon as it goes past me,
You're seeing that white side.
yeah, you're going to start to see that white side.
Might you move that over a little bit?
Sure. Here's that Rubik's Cube. Here's the white side coming around, going past me. White. So it's going, and then if this cube continues to go this way, what's on the opposite of the white side? The yellow side. So let's just let's just put in some color here, yeah. So we've got yellow, which is parallel to my vision. It's right next to me, right? I'm parallel with it. And then the yellow, again, is back on this side. White side is right there as it goes past me. So this box is literally going behind me. It gets parallel to my vision at the 180 degree mark. It's the same thing as if I were to draw a box right here. If I were to draw a box with the edge right here, it would look like that.
Is that the distance of the eyes?
See, I'm parallel with the edge of it, so it's like this. It's like this side right here. If I rotate it like this, it's parallel with the camera, so you can't see it, even if you could see these other ones over here. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. Why? Because the Y is generally up and down. Z is forwards and backwards, and Z is left and or X is left and right.
I think they meant as a pun. Like,
Is that a pun?
They say why. It sounds like the like why is it? And then that's how I interpreted that comment. Never mind.
I don't know.
When you say why, and then when you say like a question mark, it sounds like you're asking why is this? Or like I don't know.
I don't know if that's what they meant.
I don't know if that's what they meant, but that's how I interpreted it.
But yeah.
They were doing a pun.
Anyways, so if you go up here, this is basically your 3-point perspective. This is what 3-point perspective would be used for right here. And I hope the person who asked about fisheye perspective is still here. I know people tend to ask about things and then leave immediately once we start talking about them.
It was meant as a pun. Okay.
Okay. There we go.
They
Right?
are.
And then
They're
this.
here.
Awesome. Sounds good. Right? And this is going up and away. So those two boxes right there are going away from us. And now, one thing you have to understand about fisheye perspective is the camera lens. This is where it gets super confusing for everybody. The camera lens is independent of the perspective, of like the vanishing points. So I got a fisheye lens here. Look at that. Here's an awesome fisheye lens where I can see all
Secret
around.
weapon.
Here is a cube in fisheye perspective. I am not rotating the cube. You can literally see it right here. I'm not rotating the cube. But you can see the bottom of it.
Wow.
Now you can see the top of it. You can see that side. You can see that side. I'm not
wild.
rotating the cube, but I can rotate the cube. And now look at this. My vanishing points for this particular cube are flying all over the place, and I have not moved the camera lens. So you've got two things. You've got the object, and you've got the camera lens. Look how much I'm not moving the object at all. Look, this green cube right here, staying in the same spot. You can see it's moving and warping all over the place depending on how I move this camera.
That's wild.
So I can move the cube and I can move the camera, and they both change what I see. So that's very important. I like to think of this as kind of that additional step. All right? It's almost like the additional thing you have to think about. Now you got to think about this camera lens. So for example, I can the grid that I drew is this grid. But I can draw a grid like this. I'll draw a cube in 3-point perspective in a fisheye lens. And this is where I'm going to lose a lot of people, probably everybody.
I've been doing proportions after asking you guys, and it's been so helpful. Thank you guys so much. Awesome.
Here is my circle, 180-degree field of vision. Center of the lens. Now, one thing that I want to tell you guys is this. Any line that runs through the center of the lens is going to be straight. So the center of my lens, right? That's like this dot. Any line that goes through the center of my lens, like cutting up a piece of pizza, right? So here's my camera lens. Any lines that goes through the middle, no matter what direction it is going to be straight. And I'll prove it to you. As long as I can get the Rubik's Cube into the center of the lens. See how that bottom corner of that Rubik's Cube? And now watch, as soon as I put it in the center, that edge turns straight. And no matter how I rotate it, that edge is still going to be straight as long as I keep it in the middle. But as soon as I start pushing it off to one side, you can see it starts to warp. The blue, the edge between the white and the blue. If I keep that in the middle, even if I rotate it, it's straight.
Do you guys go live every day? Not every day.
That's really, really, really important, all right? So what ends up happening with a fisheye camera lens is the warping happens out here. And it gets less and less as you get to the middle.
It gradually gets
and it gets
straighter.
more and more. And at this straight line, that's the point where it starts to like warp the opposite direction, right? So it's kind of like this.
It's like it's gradually
like
getting
that.
straighter, like towards the center.
It's like that. And once it hits the center, it's straight, and it starts warping the opposite direction, just like this card. All right, so no matter where I am, the middle is straight, and then once it starts getting to the edge, it starts warping, all right? This warp affects anything that's in the camera lens. It's independent of the vanishing points. So if you've got a straight line, the edge of this card, if I put this camera lens over it, and I keep it in the center, the edge of this green card is straight. As soon as I start moving it towards the top of the lens, look, it's curved. As soon as I start moving it towards the bottom, it's curved. Right? I can rotate this card. As long as it's in the middle, it's straight. See? Straight line.
Wow.
Now it's getting curved. Now it's getting curved. So it's basically perspective plus extra. Which means, so we know two things, right? We know VP's vanishing points equals 90 degrees apart. Vanishing points are 90 degrees apart of a box. All right? Number two, center of the lens, any line that goes through the center of the lens is straight. It's not distorted. It is distorted, but I'll talk about that another time. Let's just say it's not going to be distorted, right? So, any line in center of lens equals straight. Okay? Vanishing points are 90 degrees apart. which is half the circle, because the circle's 180 degrees. Half the circle, this distance to this distance, is 90 degrees. No matter where I put this in that circle, this distance to this distance, 90 degrees. This distance to this distance, 90 degrees. So I know that every time I chuck a vanishing point down, it's going to be 90 degrees apart. I have to move this like this, or else my box is not right. Like otherwise this box is no longer a box. It's like going to be like that, or it's going to be an obtuse angle. If I want to keep my box a box, I've got to put these vanishing points 90 degrees apart. How far away are vanishing points? They're 90 degrees apart. How big is the circle? The circle is 180 degrees from side to side. How do we know that? Because there's a vanishing point in the middle, right here, and here. 90, 90.
90.
All right? So now what happens if I want to draw the box at this angle? Right? What the heck happens if I want to draw a box at that angle? Because obviously you can do it, because I can set it up in my camera in real life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do this. My horizon line in my last piece was right here. We're going to pull the horizon line down 45 degrees. That's half of the circle. That's a quarter of the circle. 45 degrees. All right? We'll draw through the center of our lens. So what happens, right? I can put a vanishing point anywhere, right? Here's a vanishing point. It's just a point at which stuff gets so far away you can't see it. A vanishing point has straight lines that come out of it, right? This is the foreshortening that you see. This is a visual representation of that foreshortening. That's a vanishing point. That's all it is. But remember, if one of these lines crosses the center, it's straight. All the other ones get curved. Watch this, right? All those lines are straight. Hold on. Let me push this up a little bit. There we go. All those lines are straight if I keep it in the center. Watch what happens if I move this.
Whoa.
Oh, those lines start curving around in a weird way. What the heck? But you can see that they're straight. But when I put it in the lens, look at this. Bring it around town, right? They're all getting warped. Is that weird?
That's very weird. That's
So,
sweet.
that means... Okay, so if this is a vanishing point, and these are straight lines coming off of it, and the center is straight, then that means this line will be straight. Here's my vanishing point. Right here. These lines are going to curve around the center line, like this. They go like that. I have just placed a vanishing point in my fisheye lens, and I'll make the exact same thing right here. Boom. I'll make a line that goes straight up. There. Boom. There's the vanishing point I just placed. This looks similar to this.
Wow.
Now, that is a
Just trying to see like the circle around it as like the lens, like the camera.
yeah, I'm gonna do looking down at the box instead of looking up at it because I placed it on the wrong side.
Oh.
I should have placed it up here.
Oh.
But anyways, all right. So, vanishing point. I pushed this down. You know what? Let me think. I'm gonna put that up instead because that's what I said I was gonna do. Where the heck? Oh, there's that. Okay. So 45 degrees up instead of 45 degrees down. Straight line. Now what you can do is you can just the closer it gets to this line, the less distorted it is. See? The further it gets, the more distorted it is. So we've got that and this, and it starts to like bend over, kind of like a magnetic field. Are you keeping an eye on if anything's going on, chat?
Yep.
Okay. There's my top vanishing point. Now, if I'm looking up the horizon line in my vision gets lower. So I look up to see an airplane in the sky. Where's the horizon line? It's down here. So this horizon line,
I guess maybe you can explain why the horizon line is. The horizon line doesn't necessarily move.
in your vision it does.
Well, yeah.
That's what I was just doing. I was
Okay,
explaining
okay.
it, right?
Okay.
If I look up, where's the horizon line? It's down here. So I move this camera and I look up. Horizon line goes to the bottom, right? Let's talk about that a little bit. So we've got high angle, low angle, in no particular order.
How do you proportion legs correctly?
Medium angle. What?
Oh, sorry. We had a question. Say, how do you proportion legs correctly?
We can talk about that
Earlier in the stream.
another time, or you can check a previous live stream. So here is high horizon, middle horizon, low horizon. If there is a person right here, I'm looking down at them. If there is a person right here, I'm at their belly level. Here's the horizon line. If there's one right here, I'm below them, and I'll be looking up at their head like that. So if I'm low to the ground and I'm looking up, my horizon line, or I should say, if I'm looking upwards, the horizon line goes down. If I'm looking straight, the horizon line's in the middle. If I'm looking down, the horizon line goes up, right? Because I'm looking down. It's at the top of the image. Does that make sense, right? Here's the ground plane. Looking down, horizon line's high. Here's mountains in the background. Looking straight, here's those mountains in the background. Looking up, here's those mountains in the background. Here's that ground plane, right? This is like storyboarding stuff, basically. So, what have I done here? Here, I'm looking up. This is my top Y. Okay? Now, what that means is, remember, vanishing points are 90 degrees apart from each other. So I've got to come down 45, 45. Here's where my horizon line is. Wee.
BH Gamer got Jake tier.
Oh, awesome. Jake tier for 1 month. Thank you very much. There's my horizon line. Now, I've spun this 45 degrees, right? So I'm looking up, and I've spun it 45 degrees. So normal grid, there's Y. Y has been pulled down. It's the vanishing point for this side. And then I've spun this. So I'm bringing X left and X right, and I'm changing, or I'm bringing, Z and X, and I'm changing their locations. I'm pulling them 45 degrees. So X was right here. I'm pulling it halfway in. Here's my new X. Z was right here. I'm pushing it over 45 degrees because it's got to stay, right? It's this. Here, I'll zoom out. It's going this, right? They're staying 90 degrees apart. So now Z is right here instead.
Wow.
And there's Z.
Oh.
All right? Someone out there who's watching this VOD is going to understand this. I know it. Okay, it's going to get it. It's going to click for them. So, remember, any vanishing point is just a bunch of straight lines. And we've already talked about how to curve these. They curve around the center. So I'm going to draw a line through Z, through the center of my camera lens. Just like that. There is Z. And now, of course, Z is going to curve around all of these. So we've got, this is Z. So there's another vanishing point we just chucked there. X is going to do the same thing. Center of the camera lens is straight. And then X curves around. And yes, it does go through Y and it does go through Z. And here's the rest of X's lines. Right, there's that. I keep an eye on this center line here to know my curvature. It curves around the center. There we go. There is a fisheye perspective grid for a cube that's been rotated 45 degrees up, 45 degrees over. This is a fisheye perspective grid for a cube. The cube will look like this. There's my cube. 45 degrees over and up. Like that. Well, I should put the edge. I'll do this. That's not really 45. If I need to put the edge in the middle, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Edge. There. And then this is going to go like that. And this is going to go like that. So there it is. There's my... It's not a cube. I need to shrink this.
There's a
What's
reason
that?
why when people ask, oh, how to draw action poses in foreshortening or
Yeah.
fisheye, it's like, oh, well, that's a
Now-
whole rabbit hole.
You want to know the most common question in chat? How do I draw a complicated action pose with anatomy in this camera lens when it's this hard to literally just draw a box? You'll see why it's so complicated. We're just like, that's a bit difficult. This is everything just to draw a box. Imagine drawing a backflipping, karate kicking person in this perspective. It's hard. What kind of perspective is this? This is a fisheye lens where we've taken the box and we've rotated it 45 degrees and we've rotated it 45 degrees. So we've literally done this. I have my fisheye lens. That's a flashlight.
Rick says, what if we make you draw that complicated action dynamic pose that right there, right now, huh?
No. I'll pass. That's a hard pass. It's this.
There's reasons why we don't teach it, like, immediately right off the bat. It's because it's a very loaded question.
That's
but
the camera lens. Just like that. Now my box kind of sucks, but you get the point. So I'm going to undo this box and I'm going to go...
Let's put an action figure. I'm kidding.
Let's do some, like, we got all these perspective lines coming out, and I'll make it easy. I'm going to draw this entire grid again, except I'm going to use colors. So we're going to go, here's my circle.
While drawing those poses, do you always start with the grid anyway? Like those?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Okay. So we've got, let's just draw a couple little faint lines through here.
And I feel like the reason why we don't necessarily start with the grid is because your figure isn't going to... Your people are weird because when they're in, like, really crazy poses, they're not necessarily following the grid exactly.
Yeah.
They all have their own vanishing points. So a lot of it is just more like you got to understand how to turn boxes in different multiple boxes in different angles kind of intuitively. So that's kind of a reason why you don't necessarily start with the grid for those.
So this is what you would draw. You would have upwards Y. And I'm just drawing this with colors so it's easier to see. So there is my Y vanishing point. And then I'm going to go do my Z vanishing point, which is, here's halfway. There's my horizon line. 45 degrees. Now we're going to come up. And this is my center line through my lens.
We got some questions.
Yeah.
Is fourth perspective, I guess maybe by 4 point. Is 4 point perspective not as important as others? I see more 3 and 5 point.
4 point perspective is just 5 point perspective, except they don't have the 5th vanishing point in there. Like, you would never call this 3 point perspective, even though I only have 3 vanishing points on screen. 3 point perspective is like, you know, like this. That's like a 3 point perspective box there, right? I got 1, 2, 3. And I only have 3 vanishing points right here. But nobody would ever call this 3 point perspective because it's not. It's fisheye. So 4 point perspective, as far as I know, is 5 point perspective without the grid or without all 5 vanishing points in the lens. 4 point perspective, like, the problem is once you start getting 4 vanishing points, You have to get curvature or you're going to start distorting like crazy. Your lens has to, because remember, vanishing points are 90 degrees apart from each other. So if you want 4 vanishing points that are all 90 degrees apart from each other, you have to be looking at least up, down, left, and right at the same time, which means you got to be in a really, really, really wide grid, which means fisheye.
We got the same framing for the girl on the balcony art piece. I can't remember who.
Yeah, Omao. This is not the grid he used. He used a grid that looked more like
45 degree, right?
Yeah, it was like a tilted.
That's a nice circle.
It was like a tilted horizon, and it was 45, so he had a vanishing point there. And it kind of looked like this. So there was that. There was this. And then there's this. And if I remember correctly, I don't remember the image, exactly what it looks like off the top of my head. But essentially, you had the balcony, you had the floor, you had this, you had like a pipe going up the wall right here or something. You had like a building out here, a building out here. There's like a building here. There were some buildings in the background. There was a girl right here that was like leaning forward and down, and I don't remember, one of her legs was up or something. It kind of looked like that, and like her arms were coming out. That's he used a 45 degree fisheye lens, so it would be a fisheye lens, but it's 45 degrees, and he tilted the horizon a little bit. So that would be the grid.
Is there any fisheye settings in Procreate?
I have no idea.
I have no clue.
I know I draw it by hand. Otherwise, things are going to go horribly wrong. Okay, so we've got Y, we've got Z, which I'll... The thing about fisheye perspective is you have to know how to do it in order to use it. You can't cheat it, or you can't really have a successful fisheye drawing because a grid is only a small portion of the battle. The grid just shows you your foreshortening, but you have to actually be able to foreshorten correctly. Okay, and let's make the X red. So again, 45 degrees out. Center of the lens. Right through here. And again, this is going to curve through, and you're going to get your vanishing points. Your lines, not vanishing points, coming out like this. So there's that same exact grid, except I've made X red, Z blue, and Y green. Same exact grid. So that's the grid. There I drew it again with color. And I might as well make a new layer for this. I never really make new layers. Okay. So, what do boxes on this look like? Well, again, this is going up towards the top. This is going to X. See how weird this is? It curves around that way. That's crazy. And if you have another box up here, it goes like that. If you've got a box below the horizon line, so it's below you, anything that's below the horizon line you're looking down at.
Alex says you've helped a lot with me getting better at drawing.
Awesome.
Thank you, and we got some really nice comments. This is Reiko says this is actually so interesting, and Kaz says I've been watching you guys for a long time. I just want to say you guys are amazing artists.
Awesome, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
So anytime I'm drawing a line that's going up and down, it's going to Y. Anytime I'm drawing a line that's going to my left, it's going to Z. Anytime I'm drawing a line that's going to my right, it's going to X. So if I were to draw a long box in the foreground, this one's going to Z, this one is going to Z, this one's going to X, this one is going to X, this one is going to Y, that one's going to Y, this
They all have
one
a place to go. That's really
is going to
interesting.
Z.
That's wild.
Right? And now if I want to draw a box over here, again, up and down, Y. Towards this, Z. This would be straight. Y.
Your base is just
X.
following the grid.
X. Y. There's a crazy box on my left. And if there was a box back here, it'd be teeny tiny. I'd just see a little sliver of it. Because of the foreshortening. If I've got a box back here. Let's bring this down.
I wonder if Roblox artists learned this since the art style consists of boxes. I don't know anything about Roblox artists.
I don't think I've ever seen a fisheye lens in Roblox. So there, like that's basically what these boxes would look like in this lens. This is like a 3/4 view, right? So again, this one is just a standard fisheye lens. Z is in the middle. This one is rotated 45 degrees and then it's a tilted horizon. So you've just kind of tilted the camera lens. This one right here is, you know, 45, 45 fisheye lens. So you can, again, like the camera lens is independent of your vanishing points and your perspective. I think it's super, super important because a lot of people I don't think understand that. Like they learn how to draw, they kind of memorize a grid. Like you'll see a lot of like YouTube tutorials and stuff where people are like, how to draw in fisheye perspective. And they'll kind of just draw this. And they'll go, oh, you go like this, you go like that, you go like that. Right? And then they go, oh, here's the top of someone's head. Here's their body, and it's coming down. And here's their, you know, here's their legs. It gets like 10 million views.
Well, mind-boggling.
And it's like that, right? And like this is, I mean, first off, they draw the body totally wrong, but this isn't, fisheye is a lens. It's a camera lens, right? Fisheye perspective is this. And your camera lens is independent of your object. And then your object is independent of your camera lens. It can get close and it can get far. Look how big this box gets. This is the craziest thing. Here's how big the box is. I'm going to go like 2 inches back. It's now filling up literally like 1/4 of the lens. I'm going to go like 2 more inches back. Now it's way smaller. Look how big this box is compared to this lens. I'm that far away. I've gone from here to here. Like, that far. See? To there. That's like, I'm literally going this far. It's like
That's so weird.
6 inches. So this stuff is super, super sensitive when it gets really, really close to the lens. And, yeah, like that's, I have some stuff on drawing in fisheye perspective in past live streams. This is really important, by the way. This is super important. This is stuff I like never really see it taught anywhere almost.
Well, I think it's just because there's not a lot of people who know it.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I mean, the people who do know it, it's like there's either a language barrier, there's a money barrier, and it's just very little well known. It's just a lot of people don't really know this kind of stuff.
You could see these.
Wait.
All these 3D printed heads.
In the fisheye.
Oh, yeah! Look what we can do!
Bro! Fisheye! Fisheye
Oh
heads.
my goodness. People are going to lose their minds when they see this later on. Stinky. Chat.
Not stinky.
Stinky. But anyways.
Not stinky.
Look at this. See, the head really doesn't get that much distortion until it's like an inch away from the camera. That's cool.
Put the printed body in there.
Put the printed body in there? Which one? This
Oh,
one?
that one, yeah.
This one here, yeah.
Whoa.
I have a better body to use. I've got this guy. Yeah, we used to show this on stream.
Portia doesn't really like to focus.
Or like a really high angle, right? It would be like that. It's fun to mess with. You can get these fisheye lenses for like less than $15 on Amazon. This is a 235 degree.
Hey, Danny Draws. What kind of camera is that? Oh,
It's just a lens that I clip onto the front of my phone.
fisheye lens.
Yeah. Could probably like see through it a little bit. Whatever. It's just my phone. It's my iPhone. It's like a little lens that I clip on the front. And yeah, it's a 235 degree. So there it is. That means it sees 235 degrees, right? The circle, 180 degrees. The lens sees out probably like that much further, right?
I use fisheye lenses to get funny pictures of my forehead for fun.
235.
We use the fisheye lenses to see to have funny pictures of our kitties.
Yeah, the cats have a lot of funny fisheye pictures.
Look at those pictures. It's funny.
Where the heck? I know I took a picture recently of Poppy in a fisheye.
I think it was recent, yeah.
Here's one. Yeah, we take pictures of our cats with these lenses.
I feel like you sent me some.
But yeah, all of the live streams that we do, we're just using to like practice figuring out new ways to teach. And then when it really helps it click for people, we turn it into like classes and stuff, and we make YouTube videos on it. So I would say that live streams, for the most part, are like live reactions to education. And if people don't understand it at all, then it's like, okay, like how can I explain it in a way that's more understandable?
Yeah.
Oh, we do have fisheye pictures of each other.
Remember these?
Yep. So yeah, it's a super quick like breakdown of fisheye perspective. It really takes a long time to understand it. There's also Krenz cubes, Krenz cubes, which is kind of like Christina was kind of talking about it a little bit earlier, where it's like rotating boxes 90 degrees.
Been trying to find small heads and skulls to buy. Sadly, there's nothing like that in my country. Aw. What are the cats doing this stream? They haven't showed up to say hi yet. They're sleeping.
Yeah, they're all taking a nap.
Basically, a full night's nap.
Right, so there's like 90-degree turns. And then you can start filling in these middle ones.
How's everyone doing today? Not falling asleep? Perspective like this is one of those topics that is really fun to watch. And I feel like only a select few people really enjoy it. It's one of those slept on things. Everybody wants to know the people drawing and the heads and stuff, but nobody wants to learn this. But the thing is, if they get better at this, then they get better at drawing people.
Yeah, like you want to become a professional artist, this is the sort of thing you should do 100 times. Like these kind of boxes. Just do them really fast. They don't even have to be perfect. Just get that muscle memory down. Like these boxes aren't perfect. But the cool thing is I could literally just make a new layer and clean them up and fix the sides. This would be shorter.
I got an iPad Pro, trying to practice more myself. Awesome. 6 a.m. right now. Bro, 6 a.m.? That's wild.
These ones get kind of tricky down here. So these ones rotate, right? Like they kind of go like this. Is that what the idea was?
Yeah. Like that. Might need to move that over a bit, or just, yeah, zoom out a bit. I don't know.
It's fun to try and do these quickly to like test yourself.
How many
So
Krenz cubes can you do in a minute?
This one is kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, it's more like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, you kind of just have to vibe it out sometimes.
Yeah.
No, this one would be halvesies. So it'd be, you'd have a lot of, it'd be more like that. And I would just do these over and over and over while you're watching a TV show. Unfortunately, if you watch subtitled anime, you can't read the subtitles and do this at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to say, I've tried it. Trust me.
I'm a loyal fan. Gotta get up early. Oh, thanks.
Awesome.
You could draw boxes all day, every day. Nice. That's a
Sweet.
spirit.
And then you can just go through here and start fixing some of the wonky ones.
We're already 2 hours into the stream.
We are.
Wow.
Guys, I officially have to announce we actually got another 3D printer because I did the math and there is no way our 3D printing setup could handle so many sets of heads. So we got another 3D printer to start printing more of these. And I've set it up today. It's a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon. It's one of the nicer, faster, more controlled ones. And we are going to be printing a bunch of these and we're going to be selling them. We're going to do a special launch. We're going to build a class on head drawing. And if you buy the class on head drawing, you will get these heads in the mail to use as a reference. And you'll be able to go through the class and keep these heads forever. They're really nice quality.
Mm-hmm.
And another amazing thing is that they're actually printed thick enough that you can do this.
Lighting studies.
Yes, you can do lighting studies from them. Look at this. Bottom lighting, top lighting. Look at that.
Ooh. Do the female. Make it a mommy.
A
thank you
mommy,
guys.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soggy Waffle says, thank you so much. Thank you guys for teaching us and sharing your wisdom. This is extremely helpful.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Ah, woo.
Top lighting. Ooh.
Who would like benefit so much from that? Like, let's be honest.
I would. Even I would so much. It's just so helpful.
Do you have a PDF file with all these drawn out, the boxes and stuff? No, I don't. But these are called Krenz cubes. We have some past live streams where we talk about them. Krenz Kushart is the artist that kind of developed this method. These are really sloppy. I did them really fast. I need to keep fixing them. They're honestly not all that bad, I guess. And I would literally do so many of them. So many of them. Christina had to do these. She had to do full rotations. So it's this set, but you copy it over 3 more times. She had to do, what did we do, 20 of these?
No, I did 10. And
Of
then
these?
of these.
Okay.
And then I did 20 of those in fisheye.
20 of them in fisheye, yeah. So Christina actually had to go through when she was taking Gene Bond's mentorship. She had to take a fisheye camera lens, right? This is not what you would do on week 1, by the way.
No.
This is...
Week 1 is the Krenz cubes without the grid.
Yeah. She had to go and do a fisheye lens, and she had to draw them on this. These are going to be really messy. I apologize. Actually, I'm going to have to do this properly, aren't I? Okay, so we've got...
Try to do it as fast and properly as possible, huh?
Yeah. So we've got this one. We've got the halfway one. We've got the 3/4 one. And then there's one up here. And then there's another one. Here's the halfway one. Here's the 22.5 degree one. Here's the 67.5 degree. And here's the top view. A little bit off right there. That's fine.
That's very nice ruffles, Reiko. Very nice.
Oh.
Ruffle render.
Ooh, very
It's actually
nice.
quite nice. I like it.
That's good
Looks
stuff.
good. Looks very simple, and it's not like overpowering, so the values actually look pretty good. Very nice.
Awesome.
Leveling up.
So Christina had to do 20 complete grids.
Took a stinking long time. I was like, I'm only on. So I used to meet up with him on like Thursdays, and I would be like on grid number 10 at like Wednesday, on a Wednesday, and I'm like, crap, how am I supposed to do 10 more grids? But it was fun. It was a good exercise.
I find these ones a lot easier to do than the ones in the
The upper.
no, than the ones in the grids. Like
Oh.
than these. Oh, I find those so hard. They're so like break my brain. And then the cool
Not
thing about
intuitive.
this is you would get, well, this one would be, they don't line up perfectly. They never do.
Yeah.
They never will. They can't because it's about like the number. But this one
Yeah, that one's easy.
goes around here. And you've got one
On the opposite side,
on the opposite side. And then you fill in
the rest.
all these.
Fill it in like a puzzle.
But every single direction. So like this would have another one right here probably. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've done these. I need to do more sets of these. They're really good practice. Right, you got these, and then you fill out every single one on the fisheye grid, and you do that like 20 times, and you can even go beyond. You can do these where you're actually starting to see, although the perspective would go out, so it would be like this. If you want to go to the other side, you'd take this box and put it over there, so it would be like this.
My mom was an art teacher. She still draws, but she doesn't give me any tips. She says it's a secret. Gatekeeping
Well-
from your mom?
Your own mother gatekeeps. How about you learn a bunch of stuff she doesn't know, and then you get
gatekeep.
even better, and then you're just like, you gatekept me, or you could be the good one. You could be the good guy, and
Yeah, I ain't gonna gatekeep like you. I'm just gonna teach it to you then. Villain arc, yeah.
villain arc. But anyway, I only filled in a little bit of it, but that's kind of the concept, right? Is you take this, and you do them on every single side. 81 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9. Yippee! It's gonna be ugly though.
I just thought of those really absurdly long manhwa titles. If that was a villain arc, it would be called "My Mom Was an Art Teacher and She Gatekept All the Secrets."
So I became a level 99 artist.
So I became a level 99 artist and took my revenge. That would be the manga name. Hey Dahlia, welcome.
I became a level 99 artist in order to show up my gatekeeping mom.
Yep, that's basically it. I love those absurdly ridiculous titles. I mean, we basically based off of our own story for the Mafia one, kind of based off of those ridiculously long anime titles. So you're telling me that this snot-nosed brat is the next Mafia boss? One of the villains who's actually in the right. Let's see here. But thing is, like, what would be an interesting, like, imagine if there was an artist, right? What would be a villain arc? What would be even considered a villain arc? Because a villain arc assumes that what you're doing is kind of like out of revenge or something like immoral. But I feel like if you made an artist do like tracing things or like cheating on art, it would be like a unsatisfying villain arc. You know what I mean? Really? That's sick.
Here, you can show some of these.
Sure.
They might have some specs on the bottom.
Specs?
But just pretend they're earrings.
Oh. Are they nice and toasty and warm?
Warm?
Wow, they
Nice
they
warm
look
egg
really
heads.
good. Eggheads. So, these are the new prints that just got finished. What is this from?
What do you mean? What is it from?
Which printer did we use this one?
Oh, this was just the A1.
Okay, this is the A1.
Yeah, this is just the A1. And we have officially branded Anime Academy on the bottom. All of the heads now have eyelashes. And I'm still working out some kinks. Some of the prints are a little bit wonky in here and there. But this is the latest batch of test prints.
What did you eat?
I drank my juice.
Oh, okay. I just smelled something nice.
Look at that. Here is the team male. Looking
You know, honestly,
good.
these even look good without the drawing.
He's a
on
good
them.
looking bro. How about you draw a set of faces on all these,
Sure.
if you want?
I'll do it.
With the probably not the PN, maybe the FH.
The FH can give me really thick lines just randomly sometimes. And I get scared. Like, I'll mess up.
Do you want to try one of the
I'll just do
microns or one of the new types of pens?
Yeah, give me the new tech.
All right, I'll bring in the thing.
Art Hall, guys. Hold up, I got it. Gotta shift my position. Years of people asking, can you draw me for free? Finally push them over the edge. That's funny. That'd be a funny, I'm sick. I got sick of people asking me to draw them for free, so now I charge them premium price.
I want to
got
make.
good so I can charge them
I want to
premium
make a bunch
price.
of funny
and make them go broke.
villain arc anime names.
I know.
My mom gate kept me as an artist, so I became a level 99 artist and gate kept the world.
That's good. That is good. I kept the world. I love it. Alright, I'm gonna use this. Draw them pregnant. You know, that's actually a pretty good reason. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's do the female one first. Wow, these actually feel really smooth too. Okay, should I make this a mommy or should I make this just a gentle mommy? What? Oh, I know. We already expected that, you know? Okay, this is giving me a bit of anxiety. Hold on one second. Okay, this is not a good drawing position for me because I'm not bracing on anything, so I'm gonna lower my seat a heck ton. Woo! There we go. Ah, that's much better. Now I'm just a midget on stream. Even Prince have better skin than me. Help. I used to have horrible skin when I was younger. When I was like a teenager. I would have like these acne. I would have like really bad pimples that, and also, by the way, I'm also like, I have a bad habit of picking. My grandma knows this because if she's still on stream, she was like, don't touch your face. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But sometimes it's so hard to resist because it feels so good. But yeah, I used to pick a lot. And then my pimples would always get worse. And I'm like, crap, was this even worth it? But my skin gradually started getting better as I got older. And as I started eating less processed food. I still eat some processed food. But I drink more water when I do that. I don't know why I decided to talk about that. But I guess I'm just like, I might as well talk about something. Okay. Right eye is done. I love picking my acne. It's just so satisfying. It's like the scabs is like, it's so satisfying. But it's also really bad for your skin. And then you end up getting scars. I don't know how to like, actually what I use to prevent myself from picking on like impulse is I get those pimple patches. And so when I try to pick on that pimple, I'm like, oh, I can't pick at it. Well, what's the use? So I just don't.
Would you try? Are you trying one?
I am trying this one.
Prismacolor?
Prismacolor. I used to use these so much when I was younger.
Lao?
2 hours left, and I couldn't sleep. Oh no.
Are you
doing
still
a
here?
Specific character? Nah.
Excuse me.
Oh, hacking my phone.
I don't know where your phone is.
No, it's missing. Oh, it's literally underneath of your phone.
Oh.
All right, I gotta clean up. Guys, I gotta say, we actually commissioned Lau to draw the girl group.
It's so pretty so far.
Yeah, I literally can't wait. Oh my gosh.
It's like Miko was like the appetizer.
Miko is done. We were actually thinking of running like a promotion. Now, we haven't really decided anything for sure, but we were thinking about running a promotion where we would sell like Anime Art School and 100% of the profits would go back into commissioning artists in the community. So we'd just take all the profits and put them into supporting artists in our Discord community. We were talking about it. Maybe we'll set it up at some point where we'll do like maybe like a weekend stream and it'll just be like a fun thing. We also want to do charity streams with Hannah. She runs a dog rescue and we want to do a charity stream at some point to help her. Just a lot of interesting ideas that I think would be fun to do.
This is actually much easier to draw with Prismacolors. Actually, Kaz, if you want to, I'm actually curious what her art looks like. So you can send your mom's artwork in like a art share channel or something, or off topic, if she doesn't mind, because I'm actually quite curious.
You know what would be sick?
What?
We run a promotion, we take all the profits and put them back into commissioning artists in the community, and then we get it printed out as a big banner for like an expo or something. And then that would be behind us.
It'd be like an in-person art show
like a
from
con. That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
That's an interesting idea.
Hey, maybe she gatekeeps because she's shy about sharing.
Maybe there's actually a story in there that's like, I never felt good enough. I felt like I always had to practice, and I
never felt good enough to show.
My child thought I was gatekeeping them, but in reality, I just never felt good enough, and I didn't want to let them down.
Oh, that's even sadder.
That's what would happen. That's what I would do. I'd be like, I never teach my children how to draw because I feel like I'm not good enough, and I feel like I'd just be letting them down. What is this lore?
We're just making up stuff.
Christina and my brains are literally designed
for story
to make lore.
Yeah. All right.
Fun. What do y'all think, chat?
What do you think, chat?
Thicker eyelashes?
I feel like thicker lash. She doesn't look mommy enough.
Mommify her.
Yossify her? I don't really know exactly how much I want to put. Ooh, yeah.
Chat, what do you think? You like these things? Would they be something that you'd be interested in? Bro, the lighting is so cool. Villain artists would steal and keep away colors from other artists.
Make it so easy to draw on something I feel I would be super awkward. Yeah, I'm interested.
Y'all have no idea how many test prints we've done. We literally have an entire crate of heads, of 3D printed heads. We've printed so many of them in test prints. We have them, they're literally everywhere. Every single table in our house is like full of heads. Yeah, it's like a box, like a whole crate like this big. We have like, and then there's that one in the laundry room too that has a bunch of heads in it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got a ton. I don't know what we're gonna do with them other than throw
Imagine
them away.
someone opens the crate and heads spill out. Yeah. Very weird out of context. I know. Y'all are lucky you know the context. They're everywhere. Look. I reach over and there's 3 more right here. I'm gonna count just the heads in this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I just removed a bunch. There's probably a bunch on your desk too.
No.
There's 18 just within arm's reach.
I don't know. What do you think about this?
And then there's 2 pairs of legs right here. I don't even know why I didn't get rid of these.
What do you think about this?
Well, that's pretty nice.
I feel like it's not looking womanly enough these days. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm drawing them.
It's up to you.
I don't know. Maybe it looks good enough.
Although I think that the lamp leg idea would be so cool. I know 100% that exists already.
Oh yeah.
Like, 100%.
I mean, who-
It's probably like a 1950s thing. Like, oh, a pair of legs that's like a lamp shade.
Oops.
These are the ones from the A1. The X1 carbon's running too hot. It's causing the layers to droop a little bit.
Aww.
It's because it's a lot hotter because it's in an enclosed case. So I'm gonna have to do more tests. Probably run it at a little bit lower of a temperature.
Okay, that's not looking too bad. The male. Color theory to a pretty curvy. Oh, that's funny.
Remember the Christmas Story? Is there leg lamp?
Reiko says, throw away. If you don't need it, give it to me. That was a prestigious award.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh, that's actually so funny. What?
Wow, look at that. Oh, it's just one leg.
Just one leg though. Oh, okay.
You drew a pair of legs.
I drew a pair of
Christina
legs.
drew it like this.
I drew it like a schoolgirl.
It's funny. Good stuff. Potion bottle. If there was a Ziploc full of heads, they would not fit in a Ziploc.
No, they would not. They're too awkwardly shaped to fit.
There's so many. Like, it's literally just flooding our entire house. This is what happens every time we start a new project.
It just becomes our lives. I would say the eyebrows are the hardest to draw on. Because these forms are like not super easy to draw on. That's all I have to say about that.
House full of heads. Heads full of house.
Oh, this is looking pretty good. You're looking pretty handsome.
Y'all better get used to drawing those faces.
Should I? Now the real question is, should I outline the mouth bit or not? Maybe I won't for this one.
Do I hear kitty?
Looking pretty good. I actually really like this one. I've been failing on the guys for so long that this one is actually like my first nice looking guy head. I hear them. Let's say you have Priner. Some ask for a handy, you give them a printer hand. It's funny. Determine movie rating, I think inspired by that leg lamp. When a character can be replaced by a leg lamp, then forgot the reference. Oh, okay.
You had a little Toby nap.
Toby. That's pretty good. Crap. So annoying.
Kitty.
some sweepies.
Alright, well, that's not too bad.
It's 12B.
Okay, that's done for now. I won't touch it anymore.
Mhm.
It's definitely not as dark as the FM. I have to like do some layers on it. All right, these ones are gonna be a piece of cake. These ones are gonna be a heckin' piece of cake.
Yeah, good point. Look at him, he's so relaxed.
Oh my gosh, he really is. He is very sleepy. He's still taking his nap.
I haven't slept at all, and it's almost 7 a.m. I'm
Don't
so
think
dedicated
about-
to watch these streams.
Aww.
You
That's so
slept the whole
sweet.
stream. You don't even care. Huh, Toby?
What do you do when you're when you're up all night like this? Do you just draw? That's pretty
That little
cute.
baby face of yours.
Is it not as dark?
It's not as dark, but I kind of like it that way because it's not. It's like kind of more flexible in a way. Maybe it psychologically makes me feel like I can get away with more mistakes.
What are you meowing for? Look at this, like. What are you meowing for?
It's like a little raptor.
I know you've got little scratchy nap. Look at his face, bro. He's like,
Hold on.
why
I need
he
to take a
look
picture.
like that?
I'm gonna take a picture of this. Bro, why you look like that? Oh my gosh, I can't.
Why
do
are you
it.
looking like that right now?
It looks like.
From my point of view, it looks crazy. Look at him.
I don't know if I even got a good picture. Oh yeah, he looks kind of crazy.
He's got those crazy eyes.
Your head is so cute.
Cute.
Oh, he now
you
wants
wanna
to
get
squirm.
down? Oh no, he's gonna get down and get all clingy, isn't he?
Let me think.
He's trying to meow. Scratchy voice when he wakes.
His morning voice.
No, he's getting clingy.
I mean, it's good, but we're streaming.
Well, that happens all the time when we stream, anyways. What's the
Yeah.
difference? Chat is used to him.
Which little baby was that? It was Toby. What if I steal the kitty? Then you will have poop tracked all through your house. What? Who meowing? It's Toby. He woke up from a nap. He went to the scratching post, and then I grabbed him, and now he's going through one of his meowing fits. Vocal Toby, do you have something to say to chat?
Alright, there's a chibi head.
What is it?
Chibi head has been drawn. Whoops.
What?
Look at that tail. Little rat tail.
Yep. Dookie butt. don't you knock that over?
He's very interested in these heads right now. Oh, you're rubbing against it. Oh,
Yeah.
you're so
Hold
cute.
your finger out.
Here. He's not doing it. Oh.
He's a good boy.
You're getting so big, so much bigger.
He is.
Hey, no.
He wants your water.
No drinking my water. Here we go. Okay, now he's going to the bed. Are you getting sweeter as the time goes by?
Yeah, he used to be a little menace. Now he's a menace and sweet sometimes. What do you want, Toby? My cat is obsessed with sitting on my iPad. Yeah.
I think
So
they
is
just like the
Poppy.
warmth. Ooh, that could have messed me up.
Hey, no, that's Alani. That's not Kitty Alani. That's my Alani.
Yeah, I definitely like drawing with these pens way more. Crap.
Oh, look. Chat, you can probably see that.
Hmm.
Yeah, good boy.
He is just affectionate within the confines of certain
After nap affection.
after nap affection.
Post nap affection.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Any tips on how to use watercolors? There's a bunch of different ways to use it. You can build up. You can use not very much water and draw really like heavily. You can combine it with gouache for white. For like making it more opaque. Yeah. Generally, the white of your paper is going to be the light. Yeah.
No.
He really wants your water.
Yeah.
You have a kitty drinking fountain. It's not in frame.
Oh, oops.
What? Lau, there you are.
Wow.
I wonder who Lau's drawing next. Probably Miki.
Probably Miki.
Unless she's saving Miki for last to get warmed up.
I feel like
Abby?
she's gonna draw Ray last because she's probably the harder one of the girls to draw.
What?
Or Naomi could be last. I'm actually quite excited for to see Naomi in her style.
Naomi's gonna be great, yeah. I had to leave to go cook dinner. Yummy.
What did you make for dinner? I need dinner ideas. I mean, we're gonna have a Caesar salad with steak, but I feel like we're gonna end up wanting more food. Potato stuffed with cheese. Whoa. Fancy.
Ooh, yummy. Let's see.
Ah!
What?
He bit my heel.
Did he?
Yeah. He
That's
I
wild.
felt teeth.
Toby, you're wild.
Miki is next, and then June. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Can't argue with that.
Mm-mm.
Miko was great. Bro, there's so many of these.
Bye, Danny Draws.
Have you tried these ones yet?
Nope.
Oh, bye, Danny Draws. Holy moly, it's hot in here.
It's kind of warm in here, isn't it? I kind of had a bit of a chill stream today, which is quite nice.
Bye, bedtime. All right, bye-bye.
Alright, so there's a teen girl. That looks pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
So we got Chibi. And teen girl. Oh, these look nice. I wish I could nail down the adult male and female head more. Adult male isn't too bad. Yada yada.
Yeah.
Yada yada. Alright, now the teen boy. Banana.
Everyone is sushi crazy because the League World Series is happening.
Why is what about why sushi?
He works at a sushi place,
Oh.
and work was crazy.
Oh.
Perspective, the most important perspective drawing lesson ever.
I want sushi. We have a coupon.
I mean, we could end the stream and go get it right now.
That's
Chat, sorry,
true.
bye.
Okay, let me finish this face real quick, and then we'll go. If you want to do
Are
that.
you hungry?
I am hungry.
We have that 20% off coupon. Let's go. I gotta sleep. Yes, you do. Bye-bye. Have a good one. I just had sushi earlier. I'm now incredibly ill.
Uh-oh.
No. Say it ain't so, Crits.
Alright.
I DM'd you the potatoes. Let's check this out. Let's see if they're restaurant quality. Ooh, those look good.
Oh, wait. Those are those croquettes? Wait,
Okay.
I want to... Send me the recipe. I want to see.
Yeah.
DM me the recipe, because I want to try to make that.
Send. What? Oh, he's jumping on
Crap, this one's the worst one.
Uh-oh. He's going bananas.
This one's okay.
Cherry! Ah!
Alright, I guess this one didn't turn out too bad. Alright, there's a teen boy.
Looks delicious.
It does look really good. Alright. TikTok, I found a nice. Oops. Okay. So we got
Push that away.
teen boy. Chibi. Teen girl. I think the teen girl one's my favorite so far. And then adult male. And then adult female is over there.
There you go. Toby therapy.
Adult female.
Toby purrs so stinking loud.
He really does. You know, I think I'll just leave the mouth alone for these. Maybe. Let's see.
Kitty ASMR, huh? He really wanted to
Toby
be held like
therapy.
a baby.
Oh, cute toe beans.
I'm pretty sure I've successfully brainwashed Toby. Like, he just wants to stay like this. He's like falling asleep. I've been brainwashing him ever since he was a little kitten. With Toby therapy.
Toe bean therapy.
Now he goes, oh man, being held like this reminds me of my childhood.
Remind me when I was 2 months old. Oops. Let me lay these on their side. There we go. Wow, look how much bigger the female head is compared to the teenage boy. Looks wider.
Bro.
Why? Why is it like this?
I don't know. They're not supposed to be scale references.
Yeah, they're not.
Alright, Toby, time for you to head out.
I want to draw fan art of your girls, but I don't have a general idea. Can you give me one? Okay, well, okay. Abigail, I really like your fairy type designs.
Yes.
Do that. Fairy themed.
Fairy Kingdom.
Fairy Kingdom.
What about like Fairy Kingdom Nights?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Fairy Kingdom Princess
Wait,
Nights.
maybe we should do something medieval-ish for like this,
Oh.
the challenge. Maybe it should be like medieval. Toby, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Something,
Something kind of medieval.
maybe so. We'll have to think about it.
Fairy theme. That sounds awesome. Thank you.
Have we watched a Demon Slayer movie? No.
Nah. Wait. Is there another one? Or we did watch a Demon Slayer movie.
Did
but
we?
It was the one with
That was the train with the
one.
Firefox guy.
Yeah, Firebox.
Hearing the occasional purrs are so healing. Okay, he's trying to climb my chair. Toby?
I think Toby is definitely more affectionate towards Colton.
Yeah, I've been brainwashing him since he was 2 months old.
We got Poppy, who is more affectionate towards me.
Yeah.
We got Toby's more affectionate towards you, and then Applejack is just affectionate towards no one.
Affectionate towards himself.
Yeah.
It's such a... Ugh. He's literally like, oh, hey.
Oh,
you
hey.
guys? I'll head out. Applejack. Big back Applejack. Big back Applejack.
Mm-hmm. Take some melatonin, Kaz.
What are you on about, Toby?
Well, probably we'll have to let Kaz sleep, and we have to get our sushi. Are we gonna do sushi tonight? I mean, I'm not against it, but
I hear you trying to get around down there. That's not Adventure Place. That's computer.
bro, your shake turned purple.
No.
Sure, we can get sushi if you want.
I'm happy to.
We'll call Kevin. See
Sure.
if he ate already. He probably did.
We can do it all you can eat this time.
It's Friday night, isn't it?
Medieval herbs/flowers as characters, like the coffee one.
He's up.
Ooh.
He's back. He's back with vengeance.
I want to think of a theme that's like both like good for guys and girls. Cause that'd be sick.
Medieval herbs could be cool.
Herbs could be cool.
That is kind of neat.
like rosemary and thyme and.
We'll have to. We're definitely going to announce it on stream.
You could even do,
Share
like,
the
food
Fox
themed.
Miki I drew from class in server fan art. Ooh.
Ooh, cute.
Toby, look at Fox
I can't wait
Miki
to
with
see
me.
that.
Look at.
Oh,
that's so
yeah.
nice.
That actually looks really good.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
You followed the demo perfectly.
Yeah.
Love the hair that you did.
Yeah, that's nice stuff.
Look at Toby. He's like Poppy when you're doing that.
Yeah.
I need to take a video of this. Purring. That's
What is he doing?
He's licking his tail. I'm so glad that we had these 3 kitties. This is what
Yeah.
happened.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. Tips for character design? Know your purpose for your character. Are they a villain? Are they a hero? What's their role in the story? What kind of, like, body type are they? What kind of archetype are they? Like, are they an assassin type character, a bulky type character, protector, stuff like that.
All right, everybody.
Well, chat.
Lemon Jack.
Lemon Jack.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and showing up. Don't forget, our Anime Art School is 20% off. That is what allows us to do what we do here and run these challenges and do giveaways and stream and do a bunch of education, hang out with all you guys. It is this. We don't really take any sponsors, and
Wait, how about
we
that?
keep our education as high quality as possible. So this is how you can support us if you're interested in it, and also if you want to learn how to draw, of course, because it's a great school. But yeah, we will see you maybe over the weekend. I'm not sure when we're going to stream next. It might be Monday. It may be tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure.
Abacus has medieval weapons as characters.
We could do that. That could be
That sounds
interesting.
kind of fun.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. And YouTube, we're gonna wrap up on there as well. See you later.
See ya.